right down, relax, open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor, I can take it.
Kick the chocks out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Brum, brum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Oh, what heights will hit? On with the show, this is it.
How dare you?
Waking up is indeed hard to do. Not gonna shill, not gonna sell, not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna wake up and have some coffee. Hey, Sketch, yeah, you're first. I'm gonna drop the link if you want to pop in. It's always strange to me, wonderfully strange, I guess you could say, because of the time zone difference. Up early here is up late for you out there, Sketch. Guess I need to pin that. Good morning, Margot. Again, good to see you. We're going to be waking up is hard to do. Remember that song, Breaking Up is Hard to Do? Yeah, me too. Let me see. $10 a.m. over in the UK. Yep. All right, it's pinned. Now, see, I kind of have a different approach when I'm streaming. I don't even tell anybody I'm streaming anymore. Just go live. Whoever shows up, shows up. Hey, Sketch, good morning.
Hey, brother.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm still up. I haven't gone to bed yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, late for you, early for me.
Oh yeah. Once I get these like things done that I need to get done, I'm gonna switch my schedule, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yes.
Because I actually prefer the military style, being up early in the morning and getting more out of the day.
Yep.
I don't like staying up late to finish something. It always like
I
me
agree.
personally, it makes me feel like I was forced to stay up late.
Yes, yes. I was robbed of my sleep, damn it.
Yeah, and I'm not as productive either. I mean,
Yeah, same. Actually, yesterday was a recovery day for me because my sleep got turned upside down. So, yesterday was one of those days where you just struggle through it so you can get to sleep early and get up early, get back on schedule.
I'm actually skimming through Drawing Dynamic Comics by Andy Smith.
Oh, cool. I didn't know Andy Smith did that.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know who he was. I bought this book. Well, this is my second copy. My original copy I bought from a bookstore in Virginia when I was in
Yes,
AIT.
Margo. Go ahead.
Yeah, when I was in AIT back in 01.
Oh, AIT.
Yeah. My first Liberty, I went in, or Liberties, which I call it, we call it Pass, or
Yep.
called it Pass.
Liberty
My
Call, now Liberty Call. All
Yep.
designated hands, Liberty Call.
The first one I got was like, I treated myself to a movie. I think The Fast and the Furious had just premiered. And a dinner. And then on Sunday, to recover from the night of drinking, I went to the cool air of the bookstore.
There you go.
Had a coffee, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy some How to Draw comics.
Nice.
I had wanted to go into comics after I got out of the service.
Yeah, because, finding that air conditioned space to bounce back is one thing.
Oh, heck yeah.
But finding that air conditioned space to bounce back that also happens to sell something you want is even better.
Well, I don't know if Barnes and Nobles back then let us, but I know that place was like very friendly, and they let you stay in there and read. I
Yeah.
pretended to read. I was asleep half of the time.
Oh man, please. Yeah, I've been there. I remember I staggered into a Crystal's one morning, wide awake to welcome the hangover. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And at first it was like, oh, that's nauseating smell. But then, you get past that.
Which is funny because I could do PT through the hangover or even through still being drunk. But anytime I went out and ate, I would make sure to not eat fast food because fast food made me feel so heavy the next morning.
Oh man, yeah.
I hated it, and it would make you vomit if you had to do a run.
Dude, I was covering a march, a displacement march. I don't know what the Army called them. It's when you pack up the whole division and move out tactical. And I'm covering one of those one morning medical, and I'm so hungover, man. And that wave of nausea gets up on me, man. And I'm riding with this one drill instructor in the back of, in the back of the division in the little depot vehicle. And I remember he said something to me, and I looked at him. I said, "You're going to have to hold that thought." And I just rolled out of the vehicle because this is only moving at walking pace, I just rolled out. Oh, it was horrible.
I know. Sometimes I used to get mad. Like, there was some NCOs that would always lecture you. They're like, "That's why you shouldn't drink so much," which I know that they had your best, in mind. But there was some that were like, "Look, I don't care that you're hungover, but as long as you perform your duties fine, you're okay with me."
Yeah, they didn't care. Hey, Margot, no, that's not Bog. That's my Golem from my book, Pariah Blood and Mud. And we're looking at the cover. It's been colored now by Matt Krotz, finalized. I'm so stoked. What do you
Launching
think?
this week on Indiegogo.
What do you think? Well, thank you, Susan. My voice has gotten me drunk many times.
I love the Golem.
Thank you.
Golem.
Yeah.
I every time I say Golem, it reminds me of the little creature.
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Golem always is like some giant creature.
So, interesting thing though, Margot, about that, and I get it. When Rex first contacted me to do his Bog story for him in Grave Tales, we were laughing because we had two characters that were almost identical. His Bog character, my Golem. Then he has a character called the Bystander, and that character looks almost exactly like a character I have in my book. So, oh no, nothing to be sorry about. Hey, Fanta, welcome.
Fanta.
So we compared notes and we said, all right, gentlemen's agreement. We're not going to sue each other later on because we both had the same characters. Now, they are completely different in their stories. His character can speak and think and mind. You don't know if there's anything going on inside his head or not. You don't know if he's just a construct or if he has free will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of a man thing versus swamp thing. Man thing.
Well, he's a Golem. He's controlled by whoever made him,
Exactly.
or controlled for whatever purpose they made him.
Exactly right.
That's the thing. Like, if you're gonna do something that's already in some folklore, at least give it some semblance of what's in another set of folklore.
Right, and it does. It does. I don't think
that's my
anyone
personal pet peeve.
Yeah, anyone who's read the lore about golems will not be disappointed by anything I do with it.
Don't they come from Jewish lore?
Jewish / Eastern European lore. There's some that are not Jewish, but the golem of such and such town, I think was in Czechoslovakia, is the most famous story. And allegedly, when you made the creature, some say out of grave dirt, some say out of just any dirt, they would write in Hebrew the word faithful on him. And if the person who created him rubbed out that word, meaning unfaithful, then it would dispel it. It would go away. But that golem was, I think, protecting some girl, and he fell in love with the girl and came alive, and this, that, and the other. So that's where it gets foggy. There's like 10,000 different variations.
Isn't that horror movie Pumpkinhead basically a golem story? A golem story?
I never saw it. The only one I watched, the only thing I should say I watched on screen was there was an episode of the X-Files where there was a golem.
The episode of X-Files that I liked was the one where those
Sam Elliott, you know who
supposedly
Sam
those
Elliott is.
angels came down, and
Oh, yeah.
this one angel was recovering them all.
Mhm.
The angel that has the actually everybody calls it an angel in the Bible, but it's or about it's in the Bible. It never says it's an angel. It says it's a beast with 4 heads. That's the one that was recovering them. The one that has the face of a man, an eagle, a bull, and I forgot what the last one is.
Let's
A lion.
see. Where would people know Sam Elliott from? He was in Tombstone. He was Wyatt Earp's older brother.
He was on the ranch on Netflix.
Yeah.
He's the voice of the Coors commercial, the Dodge Ram commercials. He's
Movie
on
role, man. Movie role.
18. He's on that the Yellowstone prequel, 18 something.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He's
in Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. That's kind of old though.
Yeah. Well, so am I.
Well, no, I'm saying that's why I said the ranch on Netflix because that's fairly new.
Yeah.
If you've seen the one with he's a narrator on The Big Lebowski.
Yes, that's true. I think probably the thing he's probably best known for.
Oh, he's in Hulk. He's the general. He's General
Yeah.
Ross in the first Hulk.
Yes. I think he's best known though for, or I should say, not best known, most widely known for the Tombstone thing. Don't you threaten me, you little pissant.
How am I supposed to walk around with my head held up high while making money off of these people like some goddamn vulture? Oh, I love that movie. My kid had never seen it, and I showed it to him, and he's like, "Damn, that was a good movie." I go, "Yeah, that's what we used to have back in the 90s. Good movies."
Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite Western of all time.
No, it's one of my favorite, but I'll be honest with you, as far as the Tale of Wyatt Earp, I actually prefer the Kevin Costner film. But more because it went more into depth with his actual, his life.
I enjoyed both.
I don't think that the performances were any better, but the performance that Dennis Quaid did of Doc Holliday was actually more on par with what the actual Doc Holliday was like.
Well, but here's the thing. Everybody knows it. Just like Heath Ledger's Joker, Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday is just the definitive Doc Holliday.
Yes, exactly. And as good as Heath did, God rest his soul, but he'll never take, he didn't live long enough to have the career of someone like.
Right, exactly. Imagine what that dude could have done.
Yes. What's his name? The original Joker in the movies. Well, not the original, but the 89 version.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
I mean, Jack Nicholson is one of those actors that embodies a role, man. I used to study acting back when I was in high school, and Jack Nicholson was one of the guys that I purposefully studied. I redid the monologue from A Few Good Men. In fact, at that point, I was still being courted by the Navy. I was actually going to be a Navy man like you.
Right.
I didn't join the Army until 2 years later.
Right. Well, Jack Nicholson he just owns any scene that he's in. He just has a deplorable excess of charisma.
No, but it's funny. People are like, "Are y'all really like that?" I'm like, "Yes." Everything that he said in that monologue is true. That's how servicemen serve for honor are really like that.
It is true.
You guys use all that stuff in movies and in comics as a punchline. We use it as something that keeps you going, when you're defending something.
Yeah, when you're standing the wall, like you said, when you're standing on that wall, man, you're aware that you're doing it. And you're aware of the responsibility that you have. I mean, think about it, man. Especially, I can really only speak to the era I served. Mm-hmm. But we were serving in the Cold War when the likelihood of war with the Soviet Union was a very real thing. and knowing that at any time, man, we could go into this bloody nuclear war.
Yeah, we were still doing the tornado drills, and I throw air quotes.
Yeah.
When I was in elementary in the 80s. I still
Yeah.
remember those.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
like your desk is going to protect you from a nuclear blast.
No. I still remember taking the nuclear blast training even in the service. It's like they're like, this is gonna give you like a 0.0000000001 chance of making it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you did NBC warfare training just like we did.
Mm-hmm.
So the N part was always kind of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
The nuclear. Like, yeah, what are we going to do? Shoot the nuclear explosion?
Yeah, basically the training is for those who are like not in the vicinity. They're like
Yeah.
outside. Because that's what people don't know. Like, even if you just look at the first flash, you can become blind from it.
Yeah.
That bright.
Hey, Finn, the link is pinned. Come on in. Yes, Susan, I served. I was in the Navy. I served in the Fleet Marine Force. Finn just subbed. Why are you just now subbing, Finn? What's up with that? Kate says I play Warplay in bed. I don't even know what that means, but okay. Oh gosh.
What method do you prefer when you're designing like a face? Do you prefer like the circle for the top of the skull and then adding the jawline, or do you do like an oval or the heroic face design?
I draw the skull. I draw a skull and I build on top of it. Good morning, Tree Goblin. Good to see you, buddy. Well, thank you, Susan. I know we talked about this the other day. I never know how to respond to that. When someone thanks you for your services, I'm thankful to have served.
Yeah, thank you for the pleasure of letting me serve.
Yes, thank you for letting me serve. Yes. So what are you doing out there on the West Coast, Sketch?
Oh, I'm not on the West Coast. I'm in the South.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
You're Texas.
Yes, Texas.
All right.
You're Bama, right?
No, Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, just outside of Atlanta, thank God.
Oh yeah, you're still an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm far enough away from Atlanta to not be contaminated by it too much.
Yeah, I didn't train in Georgia. I trained in South Carolina and then in Virginia.
Where at in South Carolina?
Fort Jackson.
Really?
Yes.
Like the first person I've met that even knows Fort Jackson exists.
Yeah, it's like, it's funny. Like, a lot of people don't know it exists, and it's freaking ginormous.
Yeah.
I got lost a few times.
Yep. Yeah. So
yeah, I was remembering the other day, basic, where
that's the link to sign up for the book if you want to. The campaign goes live this Friday.
I think I already signed up for you.
I
signed up the last time.
I hope all my friends are signed up. We're going to launch over on Anthony's channel around, going to start about 5:30, I think, Eastern. And roll until I fall out. I may do some drinking, Sketch. What do you think? Somebody said do that. You know, we'll take a shot.
I was trying to find my favorite whiskey to have some with you, but the places I buy my stuff don't really carry it anymore. I'm like, it's Buffalo Trace.
Okay. Get some Monkey Shoulder. You won't regret it.
It's good?
Yeah, it's really good. You'll like it.
What's the notes on it? The notes.
Hey, Finn, what's up?
Hey, thank you.
It's less smoky and much smoother.
Oh. Gentleman's Jack is pretty smooth.
Yo, homie, yo.
What's up, Dylan?
What's up, Dillard and Finatra?
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Dillard.
Dillard. I love that shit.
Dear Lord. It's always a pleasure, gentlemen.
I don't know if I ever stream over you. Now I know. Now I'm a little more aware. Shit, I'll come hang out with you.
This is like his second stream ever.
No, it's not. I think. Oh, maybe it was on somebody else's stream. Is it really? Do you not stream as much, Doc?
No, I stream 2 or 3 times a week, but I'm not a marathon streamer like Vic is, man. I can't go for hours at a time. My ass can't stay in the seat that long.
Holy shit! Do you hear that?
Yeah, dude.
Is
Wow.
it raining?
Yeah, it's coming down.
Bottom fell out. Or, as some of the southern women around here will say, it done clambered up and squirt.
You ought to hit those women, dog.
Well, I just run from them most of the time. Hey, what's going on, Yucky?
Worst part about it is they know how to shoot.
Yeah, some of these women around here will cut you. Good morning, Cthulhu. I need some more coffee, you entertaining gentlemen.
This guy streams for like 1 hour and still takes breaks. I don't get it.
Coffee is a necessity. Coffee is life. I'll be right back.
All right. I'm definitely having coffee myself. Or finishing up what I got.
Did you just wake up, Finn?
Like 5 hours ago.
No.
I make like a whole pot of coffee and put it in a growler, and I just kind of
Sip it.
drink that. And just if I finish it or not depends what. Depends what I'm working. I just sit in front of the computer, start working on stuff, and I got the coffee right there, so it's all good. Now I'm not having to sit in the pot getting burnt and nasty. Yep. Arroz con pollo, you know that's Spanish stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, this guy's one of those weird Latins that puts like cheese in his coffee.
Cheese on his pancakes, his breakfast pancakes. Cheese, like sliced cheese on this. Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Psychopath. Anyway, my name's John Dillard. I'm an artist here on YouTube. Here's a link to my channel. Go ahead and subscribe to me. When I hit 3 more subscribers, I'll be at 800, and I'll be giving away free artwork.
Yes, indeedy.
I never win those things.
I'll be there.
That's because you got a poor attitude, sketch
in my life ever. I get a scratch off ticket that says you owe us $5.
Hey, look, Doc is back. Welcome back, Doc.
I am back. Thank you, Dillard. Shut up.
Had a nice strong BM there.
No, not yet. That's what the coffee's for.
Yeah, you got to eat more fiber, less coffee.
More coffee, less fiber.
Nah, more fiber. Less coffee.
You got that shit backwards, health nut.
Yeah,
Get
this
both
guy's
of
gonna end
them.
up having a heart attack on the toilet like the king.
That's probably how I'll go. Just saying. Thank you very much. Oh.
When I shit, my dick just the toilet thing.
Hey, thank you, Suzanne Eckstein.
Help, I can't shit no more.
I got a new subscriber. Doc, what do you think about that?
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, you would say that in public.
I say that anytime. I'm
This guy's a hater from the old school.
I don't throw no hate. I'm a very kind and loving human being.
What are you showing me here? It's all black.
Yeah, I'm taking care of some
Yeah,
stuff.
strong coffee and a good cigarette.
Yeah.
Woo! Make me run back inside in 7 minutes.
What kind of coffee do you drink? Just asking.
Folgers Instant.
No.
Actually, it's Nescafe Instant.
Are you that's not coffee.
Nescafe is cocaine in a black drink. The sucker is caffeinated like heck.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, heck yeah. That's why the Mexicans love
I
it.
can't do that shit.
I get my coffee, I get my cigarette in me, then I get the rumbles.
Thousands of dollars in
Oh,
vet
yeah.
bills. Make sure to keep an eye on your ferret so it doesn't end up killing itself on something random. How it feels to chew 5-gum.
Help! I can't shit no more.
5-gum. Stimulate your...
What's that called? Aspartame or whatever that's in it? Did it make you poop?
I don't know. That's
It's a sweetener, yeah.
some kid's got a channel called Salmonella University. He does these funny ass little videos. And that one was about animal weaknesses and how a ferret can get stopped up on even one hair. So it's how it feels to chew 5 gum. Help! I can't shit no more.
Oof.
You're not supposed to swallow it, Doc. You learned that in grade school.
Well, I didn't. The ferret did, Dillard. Did you not watch the clip?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading the chat. Suzanne says, "Damn, Dillard, you actually said my name right. That's rare."
Suzanne?
Who?
But every now and then, I'm with Dillard. Every now and then, man, I get a craving for just that flavor that instant coffee has. So there's always some in the kitchen somewhere. And when the tornado hit and the power was out, man, I could boil water and I could have coffee.
Well, here's the thing, right? I got hooked on it because I used to get it in the little packages. I would put it in little packages to go camping.
Yeah.
And that was really the only time because I never drank coffee at all until I was like maybe 26. And then doing that camping, then I was like, because I would always take it for somebody else. But I would have some. It's nice when you're waking up in the bitter cold to have something warm to drink.
Hell yeah.
So I would drink it, and then I got kind of used to it, and that's what I don't like the taste of like brewed coffee. I got a garbage palate. Like it doesn't do anything for me. I don't taste the difference. I grew up with like garbage food, like junk food, right? So people are, can you taste the difference with this? I'm like, tastes like food.
Man, listen, that's my mother would take us to school because we would deliberately miss the bus. And she'd be furious. She ain't cooking no damn breakfast, so she'd stop at the store and she'd give us money and say, "Go in there and get you one thing and some drink, one thing and some drink." So it was like a Little Debbie's and a Dr. Pepper. That was breakfast.
Oof.
Yeah, but because Kate's talking about a French press, like it's easy, but like this is the thing: when you go camping, you don't want to do dishes. You know what I mean? Anything that gets dirty, you have to clean it.
Yep, and you got to carry it out too. Carry it in, carry it out.
Instant coffee is perfect for camping.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say, Dillard, because it's my channel. I can talk about military stuff. When you go bivouacking.
What's that?
And you get the...
it's camping, military style.
Yeah, and you get the MRE instant coffee.
What's an MRE?
Made ready to eat or whatever.
Meal ready to eat.
Yeah, meal ready to eat. It's like a survival pack. It's like a pack of food, and you unpack it, and it's got like
like the survival people do.
Yeah,
those things that you like. They're like silver packages.
Well, that's what I said. You serve you in the army, and I'll tell you what, Italian MREs are fucking great.
There's a channel on YouTube, Steve 1989. This dude reviews MREs.
I was thinking of doing that, but
check it out.
There was a guy doing that like 10, 12 years ago, but
this guy will review modern ones. But he also, man, he got a hold of a survival kit or a ration kit from the Boer War in the 1800s, and he fucking ate it. I'm like,
he's like a Steve-O kind of character.
It was
gross.
Hardtack and Pemmican.
Yeah, they come like little chafing dishes, or like the little chafing dishes. You could heat it up and stuff like that, and got all types of things, like a full course meal.
But what I was going to say is, you get used to that MRE coffee when you're out there. You can't even heat it up, so you would either rip the pack open and just chew on it, or you would suck on the pack like a dip of tobacco.
Yeah, baby, hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, get your day going, and every now and then, man, I'll get a craving for that taste. So, and regular coffee doesn't taste like that. Like Dillard said, they taste very different.
I like dark coffee.
That's the exact opposite of what I said. I said I can't tell the difference. I can't taste the difference.
And you said you don't like.
Well, damn it, Kate! That's the last time I'll let you talk trash on me live on air. Everywhere I go, Kate's always riding my ass.
Yeah. Suzanne saw that. Steve 1989. Go check his channel out. He's a trip, man. He'll go, "Let's get it out on a tray." Okay, nice. Always the same lines, but he acts like he's I don't know, reviewing a 5-star restaurant.
What is this you're showing me?
This is the cover.
This is you before you shave, isn't it?
It is. We got the colors back from Matt Krotz 2 nights ago for the cover.
Gorgeous.
Now I've heard that name, Matt Krotz, before. What else has he done?
He's got a book series called Kyrie. It's really good.
Oh, shut up! That Matt Krotz?
Yeah.
How did you get him to? That guy's kind of like doing his own thing at a pretty fast clip. How did you get him to do colors?
Well, I'm a nice person. What can I say?
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet.
You're pretty nice. You're a swell guy there, Doc.
I'm just a swell guy.
Swell guy.
Shut up.
This guy right here's a swell fella.
I'm still stuck in the days like Leave It to Beaver. I still say like quotes from that show.
Well.
Gee golly, that's really swell, Wally.
Help! I can't shit no more.
Dude, should I get pissed because my kid's starting to say, "Oh my goodness," and that's like just a derivative of like, "Oh my god." I feel like I want to get angry.
Nah, you can give them goodness. You can give them, "Oh my goodness."
Like she'll grab something and jump on the couch and be like, "Look at this! Oh my goodness!"
Yeah, you can let her have that one. Come on.
And I'm like, "You fucking blasphemer!"
You GD blasphemer. I let a GD slip out one time, but when I was a teenager, man, I was working on my piece of shit car, and I didn't know anybody was around, and I let a GD fly. Man, my mama slapped the taste completely out of my mouth.
Dude, it's really, when you work on cars, the vulgarity just kind of flows naturally.
It does. They go together.
Yep.
They go together.
Like there is no
I
more
did that
creative.
As a profession. I can.
Yeah, there's no more creative language than you see like a mechanic shop. I used to work like detailing trucks, right? So like I would have to go into the shop every now and then to go get some of the parts to go clean them and take them back. And these guys, they were like, I would imagine when people say they talk like a sailor, this is what these guys talk like, right?
They're fluent.
The most creative, very creative with their
fluent in profanity.
You ever worked in a kitchen? A Greek kitchen? Holy cripes.
Oh, I can imagine.
Whoa. Oh, besides
I
like
seen
curse
the
words
show
on
with
Malacca.
Bobby Flay. I seen that Bobby Flay show, The Bear. I saw that. But no, I've never worked in the kitchen.
Oh man. That's a lot of attitudes in there, man.
Those substitute curse words.
Yeah, but
so like in the military, everybody
it's more because it's struggling.
And the word fucking is like an adjective for everything. But then you go down, it was a trip because I went to Paris Island. They're not allowed to curse in front of the recruits. So it's daggone and frickin'. You should daggone mouth and blah, blah, blah. And it was amazing to me how fluent those guys became in substitute profanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weren't supposed to cuss in front of us in basic either. But I was unfortunately one of those privates that kind of brought it out of them. It turned from friggin' to listen to me, you little brown fuck. I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't get right in line. I'm like, I am in line. Beat your face, fucker. Wow.
And I've been trying to somebody's in my chat, their wife told them to turn my show off because I was cursing too much. and I started kind of being a little more cognizant of it, and I tried to, but
somebody was singing on Vic's chat there at the end, and my wife heard that. She goes, "Who the hell was that?"
No, anytime I'm listening to like a stream and Risey's on it, my son will walk by and is like, I'm just waiting for him to say cunt because I know he's gonna say it at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, look, that Risey on your own risk.
Poor kid knows who Risey is, no doubt.
That's
or
funny.
It's a good thing. Yeah, don't become this guy. Stay away from them. Yeah. Stay away from Australia.
It's a household name in Australia. That's who he is.
The sad part about it is that he uses it as a term of endearment and as an insult. So sometimes you get a little mixed up as to whether he's for you or against you.
True story. And it depends on which Risey you get. There's sober Risey and other Risey. That's what he calls it. Oh, other Risey said that. I'm not responsible.
Yeah, that's a game.
Oh, Finn, I was going to tell you, I forgot Saturday morning I got my own show to do from 10 till 11:30.
Okay.
So cool to pop on after or before or what?
Oh, before would be wonderful.
All right.
Like an hour, half hour, whatever. We could have a big little, make it something, get the energy up around that time too. That's perfect, actually.
That'll work. That'll work.
Yeah, I'll send you the link when I'm streaming
All
an
right.
hour or before, or get you on. We could hype it up, and then I could send people over there. Yeah, and give me a reason to stop streaming because sometimes I go for a while. And 10 o'clock's pretty good, 4 hours, you know.
Yep. Yep.
Suzanne's having a lot of problems with her kid in the chat.
It is Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern over on the what's Anthony's channel called? Dark Gift Comics or
Yep.
Dark
Gift Comic Presents.
Yeah.
You know, Suzanne, all you have to do is like pay child support, and the state will take your kid. Not even an issue.
She said she was gonna slap the taste out of his mouth, but she's 5'4" and he's 6'2". She couldn't reach it.
Oh, that is hilarious, man. My nephew was 6'2" at 19.
Right.
And he's like 6'4", 6'5" now, and in his 20s. And my sister's like 5 feet even. So her cussing him out or getting after him always makes me laugh. I will beat your big ass. It looks like that scene in Bad Boys where Martin is telling John Sally that he's gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah, yeah. Now I was 6'2" at 17 when I joined the Navy, but I was only 155 pounds soaking wet. I was skinny.
Whoa, yeah.
How tall are you now? Did you shrink a bit?
Yeah, I have. I'm 6'1" now. Old age, the stoop. But I went in the Navy and I gained up to 220 pounds when I graduated boot camp.
I grew to age 25. I joined the Army in 21. I was 5'5". At 25 when I left, or 26 when I was starting to go to the inactive reserves, I was 5'7.5". Like I grew 2.5 inches in the service.
So you gained inches in the service. We'll just leave that hanging there.
I knew it. Don't ask, don't tell, Doc.
Don't ask, don't tell. Good old Bill Clinton.
I knew a Navy man would catch inches really quick.
I did not have sex with that woman.
Depends on your definition of it is.
I'll be right back. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that, Doc.
Bye, Finatra.
Go ahead, bro. You listen to me very carefully. I did not have sex with that woman. And Monica's over there going, fuck, Bill. You said you were going to leave her. That was your chance. How dare you?
How dare you?
Please, we all know that Bill never had sex with Hillary.
Nobody ever had sex with Hillary.
No, that one guy that's that offspring's father, and it ain't Bill.
I don't know, man. You look at that girl's.
No, they showed that guy that Hillary served under. She was a young, sometime right after college, and he looks, or what's her name, Chelsea looks like him, a lot like him.
Dude, I feel like I was robbed. Because by the time I was like at the age to be like rebellious and like take a shot at the old man, he was already like infirmed and couldn't walk.
My son went there. I went down to see him at his studio where he was working. He was a sound engineer and a studio musician. Went to go hang out with him, and I don't even remember what it was, but he decided it was time to buck. And he got up in my face, and all I said was, you better be sure. You ain't gonna ride this train but once.
Yeah, my pop passed when I was a youngin', but I did that to one of my oldest brothers because we have a big family and they're more than a decade older than me. I got my ass floored. I bucked up. I got froggy and got put down quick.
Yeah. Now, having said that, if that same thing happened today, my son is an inch taller than I am, and he's jacked. So, that would be an unpleasant encounter.
You want some of this, old man? Nope.
Just wait for him to turn around and brick him in the back of the head. Poof, don't you ever buck on me, boy.
I think I was like 13. I never thought about raising my hand to my dad at all. But my dad was getting older anyway around that time. But my dad got so freaking pissed off with me, which happens all the time. But then he raised his cane at me. And I
See you later, Suzanne. Thanks for the sub.
Bye, Suzanne.
Have a good day, Suzanne. My dad even told that story. I made him laugh. I made him kind of think about what was going on, and he stopped. He eventually just stopped, trying to whoop me or whatever, or taking it out on me that way. His anger. He raised his cane up at me, and I said, "Oh, you're not going to hit me with that." And that was that. But then my dad, I think he was telling somebody that story when I was like years later. Yeah, so I remember that was pretty funny. I was like, you ain't, hell no. That was kind of when he decided not to, fight with me more in that way. And I was getting older anyway. So.
I don't know, dude. Like, he was coming at me real sideways, and not like letting up with the insults, right? And I was like, all right, and I kind of gave him that look, like it kind of looked like I'm a couple seconds away from just fucking jawing you, right? And then he looked at me, and he wasn't. My dad died young, right? So he wasn't like, but he was all jacked up, like his body was just shit.
Yeah.
He was like, he had like neuropathy, charcoal foot, all kinds of diabetes. He had a fin foot. He had to chop off 2 of his toes and shit. Couldn't walk. But he was looking at me with that eye, right? Like that evil old man eye.
Stink eye.
Yeah, he was giving me that fucking stink eye. And I was giving him this look, right? Like this one, like, when you're looking kind of sideways, but your jaw's kind of open like this, like.
Yeah.
And you can see my hands like clenched up, and I'm like, I'm going to go outside. And he just gives me.
What happened?
He knocked himself out. He knocked himself out. That's what happened. And the actual story is dad knocked his head.
You can't leave for some other show when there's this much entertainment going on here. Dylan, did you knock yourself out?
I knocked myself out. I was so angry. No, but like I gave him that look. Like I'm gonna go outside. I went outside and I started punching the punching bag outside. I was like, what am I gonna? This guy's in a fucking rascal scooter, right? I'm not gonna be able to hit him. But nobody knows how to push your fucking buttons like your family, you know?
Oh, right. No joke.
Especially your goddamn father.
What's going on, Yucky?
It's crippled ass.
Not a whole lot. Just thought I'd see what you guys
welcome, Yucky.
Were up to. I had to go get some cigarettes after Vic's stream.
Yeah, I was going to ask Diller, did you go score some? You were down to like 2.
Yeah, I haven't yet. No.
The way you guys smoke, I'm gonna buy some stock in whatever cigarettes y'all's are smoking.
All right.
Smoking cigarettes keeps you at the drawing table.
That's right.
It does. It does.
Apparently, it also helps with memory.
It increases my productivity. I'll say that.
Yeah, I heard it.
It increases my blood pressure. I can't smoke no more.
Oh,
that's good. Yeah,
I heard it helps you focus better than speed.
Yeah, just go get some lisinopril and keep on smoking, baby. Just saying.
Lisinopril makes my heart pump faster.
You just weren't meant to live.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking.
Jeez. Fucking nice.
You got a defective body. Go get a new one.
That was harsh.
Gosh. I mean, there's truth in there.
But you know what? I should have took a swung at that piece of shit because he's the kind of guy that would, just because he's in a wheelchair, he would take advantage of it. Like he was a mean asshole. Like he would like run into people with his rascal scooter, like to make them get out of the way.
Taking advantage of it. Listen, I told you about the time I almost had to throw down with a blind guy, right?
Oh no.
We were on River Street down in Savannah, and I was with this chick I was dating in college. And we go into
Savannah, Texas?
No, Savannah, Georgia.
Oh.
We go in for some drinks. and there's a guy he's obviously blind, and he heard my girl talking, and he wanted to give her a hug.
What?
And he took advantage of the opportunity to feel her up, and she pulled away from him. So I leaned in. I said, "Hey, brother, here's what's about to happen. I'm about to put on a blindfold and kick the fucking shit out of you in front of all your friends." So, I don't want no trouble. That's some bullshit.
What was the name of this street again?
River Street, Savannah. It's famous.
Savannah is
Georgia,
famous.
maybe.
I doubt River Street in Savannah is famous.
It is. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Great seafood, great clubs.
Have you been showing off any pages of Pariah?
Yep. There's the campaign page. Anthony finished it last night, and he sent me he sent me a message saying go check it out. So I went this morning and looked, and he had a couple of typos. I fixed those, but there's some sample pages on there. Dillard's crossover thing that he's working on is on there. The what do you call them? The black light tapestries are on there, so it looks pretty good. Looks like a good campaign page.
Bargain A, man.
Very cool.
Good luck.
I'm stoked. I'm ready for this thing to get born. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're carrying this baby for 9 months. Let's pop it out. Dylan, how's it coming, man?
That was slow. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you. So basically, I just started working on the background. This is it right here, as it is right now.
There we go. Why does it look green?
Because it is going to be green in the background.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
So if I take this away, you can see it's basically the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just doing some digital painting. Let me get rid of this. I'm not actually going to do inks on it. I'm going to just go straight to digital painting.
Okay, cool.
What are the characters that?
I don't know.
The one at the bottom.
That's
This is Lightbringer,
right.
Ah, okay.
but I'm going to make him look cool. And
Yeah.
then this is Elizabeth, but I'm going to make her look cool.
Elizabeth from what?
My book, Elizabeth.
From your book?
Elizabeth from fucking
I haven't read
Sanford
it
and Son. What the fuck?
Coming, Elizabeth.
I was waiting for it, and there it was.
I was standing by.
And then this is like a big monster guy, like a green monster. The one the dog drew. The one
Yeah.
Except I'll make him look super cool.
Is his name Pariah, or is that just the title of the book?
That's just the book. He doesn't really have a name.
He doesn't have a name.
No, that's what Doc
Man
is.
with
That's
no
why he
name.
can't be found on Indiegogo.
I actually got a letter from an Indiegogo account manager.
I thought you were going to have a meeting with them today.
He stood us up. So Anthony
Like
called.
a fat girl on prom night. Oh,
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. So Anthony actually called the number, and all he got was a voicemail. But I'm past that, man. If I haven't heard from this dude by tomorrow, I'm just gonna respond to the email and go, "Why the fuck did you shadow ban me, bitch?"
Wow.
What's that above Elizabeth to the left there? I mean, I know that's the golem's hand, but is there another character back there too? I can't see.
No.
Okay, so it's just the 3 characters.
Look, this guy paid for 3 characters. I'm not throwing in freebies. No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna look like one of those best things you ever saw kind of deal.
I'm gonna call it a night, guys. I'll see y'all another time.
Later,
All right,
man.
Sketch, be good,
Bye,
buddy.
Good day,
Sketchbook.
Have a good night.
I love you.
He gets to officially be the new Sketch now that Sketch Therapy is kind of ghosted.
Yeah, but you're putting. I don't know. There's
I
only,
know.
I don't
kinda
want to give him that
bizarre.
kind of a bad moniker.
It
Yeah.
takes a lot
Yeah.
of spurging to be a sketch.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to put that on him.
A lot of spurging.
All right, Sketchbook. There we go. I was watching.
I never know what he's talking about. I'm sorry.
I was watching the night that he kind of nuked himself right out of Ethan's hemisphere.
Yeah, made a song out of that, I think.
Did you? I gotta hear
around that time. I made one of him going off on being shadow or being banned or blocked in Shane's chat. And then there was one of Fat Steven Seagal.
Wait a minute. He was still around when Shane came? I thought Sketch left a long time ago.
Oh, he was still around.
He kind of dipped out when what was it, Leprestes came in to CG King?
Yeah. When Aaron came around, it was about that time. Yeah. But he was spurging about something on Ethan's chat. And Ethan was like not wanting to read his super chats, and he finally told him to. What did he say to him, Finn?
I don't fully remember.
He shut him down, basically.
Yeah.
and Sketch did not react well to that.
Well, because even before that, prior to that, even on the chat show, he'd be like, dick sucking motherfucker, and all, sorry for the language, but just he's just going off on Ethan and everybody, calling everybody all these words, like,
it's simple, easy thing to do is stop sucking dick,
Yeah, so that's pretty much what Sketch was saying, and it's kind of like, dude, man, like, come on, relax, man. Why you gotta make it sound like, why you gotta be using these words like this?
Oh, and then Doc Blaylock. Apparently, Doc Blaylock wants to ruin his campaign. So I had this beautiful fucking double knife-handed thing going on with this girl. And then he's like, can you not put knives in her hand?
Shouldn't use fucking knives.
Shouldn't use knives.
She's a magic person.
I'm like, your fucking funeral, whatever.
It's magic.
I thought you wanted this thing to be successful.
Fuck you. Oh, did you clip Kate?
Oh yeah, when she told TJ to shut up. She said bow to Kate in Orlando. I was like, yeah.
Go Kate.
I gotta find more fun clips like that and throw them in there.
She told TJ to shut the fuck up.
I said, well, what do you want? What do you want in her hands if I can't put knives? Fucking nice big old fucking Rambo knives, right? He's like, give her spirit fingers. I'm like, oh, fuck me.
I didn't say anything about spirit fingers. I don't know what spirit fingers are.
He said, make her do magic.
Oh, you talking about Doc?
Yeah, this fucking guy right here, Doc.
Yeah, this
this fucking guy.
This fucking guy here.
It's this fucking guy telling me how to art.
Damn right, baby. I'm not much now, but I'm drinking milk. And one day I'm going to be a big guy.
I'm going to do some squats right now. Fuck this shit.
Break out.
Yeah. Get some.
I saw Finn break out and do some push-ups last year. What was that about?
Oh, I think it was going around like everybody was doing push-ups on stream. So I think it was to get backers or something.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not doing squats like this.
The squats I used to, man. I used to get busy, man.
I'm going to drink to get backers, Finn, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, drink only if they are backing. That's what I mean. Unless you want to give them, and be prepared not to pass out on stream. Don't do that. You're good though. You drink, right?
I mean, yeah, I can.
All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get some smokes in this pouring rain in the mud. I'm gonna go put my boots on. Dude, I have a pair of like rain boots that I have to put on to get out of here because my shed is way back here in the middle of the dirt field, but right now it's just a mud fucking slide puddle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that blows. I didn't know it was a separate building. That's cool. When I rebuild my shed that the tornado destroyed, I'm going to get one of those great big ones so I can have a studio out there.
Yeah.
But like,
check my wallet. I know my insurance came out of my account today. Let me check to see if I have any cash on me.
There you got to have that proper nicotine/time management.
Yeah, no time. I got all the time in the world
to
make you mine.
You don't go to bed with only one cigarette in the pack.
I'm not going to bed anytime soon
because it's going to take 2 for the wake up at least.
Right.
Okay, I'm fine. I'll be back.
All right.
I'm over here. I'm sorry. I'm kind of half into I'm making this music piece over here, and it's very boring. Like I'm glad I'm just hanging out with people because this is probably putting me to sleep. But I'm getting somewhere with it. Trying to.
Yeah, I've been drawing this really simple drawing the last few days of just a really big wooden whittled heart and a whittling knife next to it.
Okay.
But that's all it is. It's really big. So I've just been all day or the last few days just working on details on the table, details on the knife handle.
I'm going to celebrate the book's launch by setting up in here and painting. I'm going to do at least 5 paintings before I pick up a pencil again.
Nice.
I miss painting.
I was kind of curious. Can you like, do you mostly do, when you do scenery paintings, is it mostly places you go and you're painting the things in front of you, or can you actually do, like, I don't know, like fantasy scenery painting?
Primarily, it's called plein air. Primarily, I'm a plein air painter, but in the winter, I'm not a winter person. So all through the spring and summer, I take tons of photos of cool scenes, and I'll bring them back to the studio and I'll paint them. Now, sometimes I just do them off the top of my head, just make some shit up. But for whatever reason, they're never as good as the ones you do right there looking at it,
Right. I'm curious what, like, a scary cemetery painted scene would look like from you.
Oh, I don't know. I've never done one.
Like a nice, like, I don't even know, Warren magazine style, like.
I'm not saying that stuff wouldn't be fun to do, because it would.
Mm.
It's just not something I've ever done.
Right.
Like, here, I'll show you one. Hit this button, then that button, then this button. But there's so many steps to do stuff.
Oh, well, in the meantime, okay. I was going to ask you, look at that.
Look at that.
So this one is plein air. I just literally stood there and painted this one as fast as I could. Because the light's going to change on you in 30 minutes.
Lovely.
And that's my favorite stuff to do, but it captures the light in the moment much better. You know what I'm
The
saying?
light is amazing. Right. Yeah, that's good. This is really nice. I'd hang it up on the wall.
Yeah.
You can for $625.
Ooh.
Maybe next Christmas.
I can. You're right. I can. Thank you for the opportunity.
My wife, she's like, your paintings sell for so much, and this campaign is funding for so little, and you work so long on this. I'm like, don't finish that thought. Don't finish that thought.
Yeah.
There's
Look on the comics.
Yeah, there's a story to tell here. I'm trying to tell a story. I can't do that with paintings. I mean, I guess I could, but.
Yeah.
That's
Unless
right.
you find a way to, shorthand, almost like a Tim Sale or a like Matt Wagner does some pretty cool paintings.
Yeah. Now, Yucky, it's not that your avatar moves that's disconcerting. It's the little baby hand next to his jaw. It's fucking with me hard, man.
That's actually a picture of me.
Sure, I can open it.
Yeah, I've always been into horror. This is just always who I am.
The little baby hand. It's just right.
I like that it's resting on the chin like it's some like adorable like photo shoot.
Oh, you really have a beautiful baby boy.
The full picture has like a little black girl dressed as a bunny rabbit and a little black boy dressed as a pumpkin, and I'm this like gory skeleton thing in the middle.
Oh shit! Did you see the actual clips where somebody's showing a picture of a baby to the grandma? The grandma goes, "What's wrong with it?" She's like, "We're live." Oh my God, what happened to it? Ugly ass baby.
Oh, no.
It's a lie. All babies are not pretty, okay? Some are. Some look like little Klingon mutants, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Little Jabbas.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like that though. When very, very, like, I don't know, 1 year old, I was a freaking blubber. Man, I looked like Jabba. I think around 3 or 4, I slimmed out.
My oldest son, he popped out looking like the Gerber baby. You know, he could have been a model for freaking diapers or some shit. My second son, the one that plays music, he looked like a fucking rubber chicken. I'm like, you need to put that shit back. He ain't done.
My nephew has been both of those, man. My brother's kid, dude, the kid, just the same way you said, he could have been a Gerber baby, man. He was such an adorable little kid. He just grew into like this lanky weirdo looking kid, like an Ichabod Crane, fucking like, geez, what happened?
Expectations were not met.
Yeah. Just stayed inside and played computer games for 15 years or whatever he did.
That boy's model career was the shortest 1 or 2 years.
Seriously.
Shat on him. Like, yeah, I don't think you're fit for this company.
That's weird.
He's only like 5 years old.
Jeez.
Rough life, man.
These damn computers, man. The moms are too scared to let them like get on a bike and go around the block anymore, you know?
Well, I mean, with all the crazies and people, I don't know, I wouldn't either. Shit. We can go camping every other weekend or something. I don't know.
Like it's not the same world anymore.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, to me, it's still the same world at like 11 in the morning in the suburbs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's still not. It's not that bad.
So yeah, look, I mean, look at this. That's not a pretty baby.
You stop it.
That was like it's like Ted Koppel. He looks like a congressman. Come on, you can see a little suit on him,
right? Yeah, one of those old man babies.
Yeah. You're a dictator of two countries, South American country.
General Bellissimo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no shit, man. My son Christian, man, he was a rubber chicken, man. It was a C-section, and they had the little thing up so the wife couldn't see what was going on down there. She kept asking me what's going on. I was like, I don't know. I think you just handed me your liver. Yeah,
Pale Rider's in the chat. How's it going?
What's up, PayPal?
Pale Rider. Hello. You were, just so I don't forget, you were talking about drinking. When were you going to stream and drink and stream?
Is that going to be the Friday stream?
Yeah, Friday. I think I'm just going to go get a bottle of something, and I don't know what to get, man, because something you got to drink a lot of needs to be something you really enjoy, and I like brandy, and but I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to drink a whole bottle of brandy.
Woof. E&J?
No.
That's freaking gross.
Get a bottle of port. I can stand to drink port.
Yeah, because I don't know if you want to drink like I drink. Holy cripes. And you said a Sunday, right? Before 10 o'clock?
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday before 10. All right. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I got my show at 10.
Yep.
And I have messed up, y'all. I've got like 3 guests lined up for the next 3 Saturdays, and I didn't write that shit down, so I don't even know who's supposed to be there. And I feel terrible about it. So if you're out there and you're supposed to be on my show Saturday, hit me up.
Yeah, I thought Vic was saying he was trying to get a hold of you to see if you wanted to be part of his auction on Saturday.
He sent the link, but no message or nothing. I'll try to be there. That's gonna be like at 10 o'clock at night, right?
I think 10 Eastern or something.
Yeah. I'll probably pop in, sure.
Yeah, he was mentioning that earlier. He's like, I tried to. He's like, he sent him some messages, but I haven't really heard anything back. Like, but you just said he hasn't really sent any message.
You just sent a link. What's this for?
Well, you're supposed to assume you were invited.
Yeah, I did that yesterday, man. There was a link in my messages, and I clicked on it, and I popped out on Apex's channel. Like, where the fuck am I?
I actually was in a quote unquote whisper network before, where people just drop any StreamYard link they got a hold of, and they wouldn't tell people where it went.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, if you want to be part of a show.
Oh.
I never ever did it.
I mean, I gatekeep my back room. If somebody pops in our room, you ain't coming out here. Simple.
Somebody did that to me, and I had about 70 people jumping. There was like 70 people in the chat. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And then like people started flooding into my StreamYards, and I started letting them on, and that went pretty ugly. But yeah, it got pretty ugly, but it was like the most hilarious, ridiculous, best freaking stream. I even downloaded that shit. It was so ridiculous.
Oh,
There's like nudity and stuff all over. Like guys are showing their butts and stuff that comes. Yeah, it was like the worst thing ever. But like there was like the most wackiest people. And then it ended with us in the chat talking to this guy who was sharing his comic books. It was kind of sweet. It was like a little sweet ending to that one. It was good.
So it had a happily ever after.
Yeah, they were all trying to nuke my channel, like lighting up bongs, freaking showing their butt hole.
Jeez.
To the point where I was yelling at them, like, I know you want to do it. Just show it. Just show it. Show it to me. I know you want to. Show me your dick.
I'm sick of this charade.
I got that, dude. I downloaded that. It was the worst thing ever. But it was epic. It was like, yeah, I felt good. Yeah, I didn't have a problem. We ended the stream and they're still in the back room and we were still back there talking or whatever. And some people were upset that I wasn't getting upset about it. I'm like, dude, I love this show. You freaking kidding me? You should do this more often if you're a psychopath. Or if you're a piece of shit.
I typically don't get sideways about stuff. I just deal with things. You know what I'm saying?
If it's like that type of thing, but yeah, if it's like people I know and like I know like pulling bullshit, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. But if it's people I don't know, I don't care what they say to me or how they treat me really, because you don't know me and
yeah, you don't know, you don't impact my life, you don't pay my bills. Piss off.
Pretty much. Yep, nothing personal right there.
I always have the same philosophy I've had all my adult life, and that is I will treat people exactly how they allow me to treat them.
Unmute my microphone.
Oh,
back.
Hellrider says, auction is this Saturday? I guess I should get him a pic of that painting to him then. Oh, that the Beowar painting?
Oh, you did a Beowar painting? Is that the one you sent me? PayPal?
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Let's see.
It was looking pretty good.
So what did I miss?
Nothing.
There was nudity.
I was informing Blaylock of the Vic's auction.
back.
Vic was saying he was trying to get a hold of him earlier.
Yeah. Auction. I hear this Saturday.
Yeah, I'll try to be there. Yeah.
Are you going to be there, Doc?
I'll probably be hungover, but yeah.
Kate in Orlando taking the piss out of me again. She's saying, dang it, Dillard's bag.
All right, yeah, that was a cool painting. PayPal.
What should I sell at the auction?
I don't know. What do you got?
Right?
I'm going to sell this slaver drawing I did.
Got that. Let me see.
James
I want to see what you're selling so I can...
try to up it. You're not going to be able to. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Let's see. I have that drawing I did of that Lord of the Rings guy.
The Nazgul. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, yeah, that one. This is good.
I'm wrong button it. There we go. Let's see. I got to finish inking the damn thing, but...
Cool.
And how much you going to sell that for?
Whatever somebody wants to. As long as they cover shipping, I'm all right. I'm not picky.
Maybe I could sell that Ninja Turtle I drew. And a lot of people liked it on Twitter.
They did that. Well, it was kick ass. When I was watching
the Raphael.
I was like, "Damn, dude, stop blacking in all that detail."
Fuck the detail. That's what I said.
Some of that's cool. I like it.
This one.
A lot of heavy black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like that.
This is a good one.
This is one I'm almost finished with this one. I gotta put in some Foot Clan soldiers in the back, but then because that's the Michelangelo. This one, the Leonardo is the one that people liked.
Oh yeah, that's the beast.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's amazing.
Badass.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good one. Very
I have
good.
that, and the back has a little picture of the buckler. Look at. And then I have this one, which is the Nazgul guy.
Yeah, that one's very cool.
Dude, man, you're badass. That's cool.
Very cool. Check him out. My eye. My
I
eye.
got this picture of Risey I could sell. Look at that.
Oh, it's One Piece.
Wait a minute.
That's One Piece. I thought you took that guy's advice earlier. After all,
What,
No, I drew this a couple weeks ago. Days ago.
what's the significance of 56?
I got this picture of Miss Maple I drew.
oh, that's nice.
Mm.
Yeah. What's the significance of 56 on the shirt?
I don't know. I don't watch the show.
Oh, it was part of the character.
Oh,
I got this drawing, this headshot of Beowar I drew.
Mm.
The friendliest Beowar picture you'll ever see.
that chin,
There you go,
man, that's the chin that sank the Titanic.
Mhm.
You know, I ain't punching.
chin.
You know, I
I
am
got
what they
this
say.
buckler. I got this buckler sketch. You know?
That's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. I like that.
I don't know, chat. You guys tell me something to draw for the auction, because I've only got a couple things laying around that's not commission work.
Ah, damn it! I'm gonna get off this screen. Kate's calling me fat. Now I'm self-conscious.
Oh no.
Hey, she's becoming your Java, man.
She's after it. Oh, Kate.
Savage.
You know, I come on here. I try to participate.
This has gotten empty. I'll be right back.
That's a fancy
Alrighty.
cup, Doc.
It's a nice cup.
That looks like one of those cups you might find, when people are out there like selling art,
We're at a garage sale.
like a bespoke, one of a kind coffee cup with extra glaze, donuts.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. That might be a nice little baseline here, finally. I'm
You
sorry,
finished
I
my
gotta.
Buckler theme song yet, Finatra?
No, I don't know how to do that freaking
It's the
fancy
Buckler.
schmancy shit. No, he wants like freaking some like
Just do it on
James
the
Bond.
computer.
What is that, like that Adele song like Skyfall?
Oh cool. Yeah, like some like.
He wants like the James Bond, like Metal Gear.
I want some
solid,
strings.
like some solid Snake shit. That's what he
Nice.
wants. Yeah.
I was showing him the
Still in a dream,
Snake Eater.
Yeah, that's what he wants. I don't fucking cheat.
The Buckler.
I gotta go to Cal. You want to pay for my schooling to play you that song?
Just record your voice and then just put like a lady filter on it. Easy as pie.
Goodness
Lady
gracious.
filter.
No, to even make that orchestration, to make that music would, I have no
Fucking Kate! I swear to God.
skills to do anything like that. I could try. Yeah. I can't say I won't give up on it.
He won't even start to try. He just gave up before he even started.
I'd have to listen to different kinds of stuff, and all it's going to do is
Right.
sound like something I would have made anyway, and that's pretty. You know what I mean? Like that's where.
It's gonna be like chicka 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 snake eater.
Like, I mean, it sounds like something reminiscent to that, but it just sounds like something that I made. You know what I mean? I don't even.
That's
sometimes
what I
just-
want. I want that Finatra flair.
That Finatra bounce, that flow of noises.
Doc, be honest. Be honest. Be perfectly honest with me.
Well, I try to always.
Did you buy that coffee cup from a person, a crafts person that makes coffee cups?
No. This is from a restaurant that went out of business here, a little breakfast place. It was one of my favorite spots to go, so I said,
Now, I don't know how you feel about it, Doc, like taking away wrenches or timing people out and stuff like that, but I just want to let you know Kate is being very mean to me.
Well, I'm a free speech channel, so.
Finally, I can talk about my Holocaust denial somewhere.
You can't get me struck.
You're a free speech absolutist, right, Doc? Like me.
Pretty much.
Those Jews.
Yeah, I've got that picture somewhere. Let's see if I can find that.
Maybe Doc should draw his son arresting Becky Lynch at that WWE event.
Yeah, got that right here.
What'd she get arrested for? Let me guess which one's your son.
I don't even know who she was. The black guy in the back is my son.
I can't tell.
The big giant guy on the right is my kid, Christian. He does extras for WWE, and then he wrestles in this little indie circuit around here. So
crazy. Cool.
Wonderful.
What's his wrestling name?
Paul Wolf.
El Penumbra.
Paul Wolf, and he and his cousin are together as Damage Incorporated. They decided this year they're going to be heels, so now they're the bad guys.
Funny.
He said, "We get more money that way." Well, you do you, son. Now,
what's their gimmick?
Last year, he took a fall down his front stairs, hit his head, and literally had brain damage from it.
So he comes out like he's brain damaged in his intro?
And he's supposed to not be doing this shit anymore.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he got brain damage in real life. I asked you what his gimmick was. God.
Yeah, he literally got brain damage.
You got me making fun of the guy like he got brain damage, but he actually does have brain damage.
It caused him memory loss, and he couldn't connect words to what they meant for a while. It cleared up, but it was fucked up for a while.
Oh, God.
And he had he's a musician. He couldn't even fret a chord. His hand would just shake and be weak and whatever, and he was all panicking. It's like, it'll come back, son. And it did. He's all
wrestler and a musician like Jericho.
Him is.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's not something you'd want to do. If you're going to be really good at music, I don't think you'd want to put your hands in jeopardy like that.
That's what I told him, man. You better pick one.
Yeah, that's not two combinations you'd want to.
Yeah, that's not a good combo for longevity.
Is Jericho just a singer? Does he just sing for, was it Fozzy?
No, he's a wrestler too.
Right.
I was playing the guitar yesterday after I streamed for a bit, drank some beers, and man, today my hand was hurting though, and I was like, that's good though, good thing.
Just like anything, man, you got to warm up before you do it.
It's just chords and stuff like that, but yeah, just even memorizing, trying to get my hands going. I was playing Rooster.
Oh.
And that was easy, pretty easy song to play, and it's good because it's fun. And it's kind of like
I've always wanted to learn keyboard, and I know the first song I'm going to learn is 96 Tears because it's literally just like pop 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 pop.
Or what's the one? I ran so far away, the seagulls. It's one note.
Flock of Seagulls, yeah.
And I ran.
Let me go look. All right, now I'm gonna go look on the guitar tab site or whatever. Let me go see if that's true.
For that?
Yeah, for that song.
That'd be cool.
Every guitarist I ever knew growing up learned to play by playing Misfits.
Everybody I know, the first thing you ever learned how to play was Smoke on the Water.
Yeah, right.
Or Iron Man. Sabbath.
I still
The
can't even
first
get
thing you
that
learn how to
part.
play is this.
Oh no!
That's the first thing everybody learns how to play.
I try to play that. I'm not good at playing fucking Simon.
Out of the guitar store.
That was pretty good though.
Yeah.
Songs that will get you kicked.
Yeah. Smoking the Water, Hotel California, freaking.
Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Yeah, you play those two songs. You don't. Yeah, if they don't sound good, you're getting out of
First
here.
the first part of my trailer is me and my son playing together. I'm gonna roll that big footage because I haven't done it yet. So here you go.
Doesn't matter what you say or the action that you take. This is done without your will for the problems that you made. You're denying the justice of animal legions all around you. Just the things you cannot change in the darkness that's inside you.
Friday.
Sweet. That was something recently you guys did, or was that from a while ago?
We wrote it for that trailer. The second part is from the 80s, a band that are friends of mine.
Okay.
The singer is dead now. He died. And the bass player still a buddy and asked him if I could use that. Yeah.
Seems like an easy song to play. I don't know, whichever chord chart or whatever. They got a bunch of them here, and this one's just showing me 5 different chords throughout the song to know. And how they, there's only what, A minor, G, F, G, F, G, A, G, A, G. So it's kind of like, it's got, A minor, G. It's not, it's not that hard.
And I ran.
Yeah, that's the F. That's the F major when that comes in, and then it goes to G, F major, G.
Never play an F major. It's always play F sharp. F sharp. Another thing coming.
That's what you do? All right.
What's up, Zero? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Agent Zero.
Pop in. Agent Zero, Justin has a campaign live right now, Chrome Dog. Be sure you go check it out. Drop your link.
Mm-mm.
What you doing, Dillard? You're awful quiet. Oh, she's asking.
Lord.
What are you up to, Dillard? Ask Kate. Being entirely too quiet.
None of your business, Kate.
Yeah, Kate, take that.
People think because I'm an online personality superstar that I don't have feelings.
We're not allowed to have feelings. You know that.
All I want to do is just, study Chrome Dog.
Be loved and accepted.
Be loved for who I am, not who you want me to be.
Somebody clip that.
Be the #1 Chrome Dog expert in CG.
Ooh.
Boom.
Chrome Dog.
That was the opening little trill to the love song by Tesla.
Chrome Doggy Dog.
Yeah, give us a musical number.
Yeah, I'm expecting some awesome Spanish guitar, like the opening of Desperado or something. Let it rip.
Is that how it went?
No, I don't know that.
He starts off and then he just stops for no reason. Why do you do that?
Because I don't know how to play past where I stopped. That's the reason.
Oh my god!
That's a song. You repeat it.
What is the name of that song? I'm gonna go learn it right now.
I actually don't know because I'm trying to find that on the soundtrack and I can't really find it. Desperado soundtrack.
Well, you played like you played that. That's a Sandman, right? You played like the whole loop. You could just keep repeating it.
I never played your Sandman.
Or what was that? What song? Or I got a mistake in when you played that bass riff, kind of bass riff. Never mind.
Oh, the Nirvana one?
That's what it was. I'm sorry. Yeah, Come As You Are or whatever. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you played that. You could just keep repeating that loop. I don't know why I said the other one. Yeah.
Well, now you know the whole song. You can't get
As you are, as a friend, as I used to be. Take your time, hurry up.
Show me now.
Forgot the words after I know the song.
Come with it now.
Is that like a hip hop country gay stuff or?
I thought that was Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, okay.
No, it was The Game by Motorhead.
Ah, very nice.
That Desperado song is Los Lobos, Canción del Mariachi.
Canción del Mariachi. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's fine.
It's not on YouTube though because it's blocked in our countries.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
But you can find the opening of the movie.
It's politically incorrect.
That's weird.
No, stop it. Oh my god. I hope that's not the case.
I don't
It is
know.
weird that like one song off the soundtrack.
You guys tell me something to draw for this auction that's coming up. That'll sell.
I don't know. I don't know if people like normal characters or CG characters. I don't know.
Is it going to be on Dark Gifts channel?
Vix.
The launch is on Dark Gifts. The auction is on Vic.
Okay.
Yeah, the launch is Friday, auction Saturday. If I remember.
Oh.
Puritans.
I'm thinking even a Beowulf piece, you know? I don't know.
A Beowulf piece.
Didn't you do it? Or no, that was Dillard. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's.
I was trying to think of something earlier. I couldn't really. That was the only thing that was really coming to mind.
I've got a Selm Android commission to do, so I'm, I don't want to draw it twice.
Oh, would you do that? Yeah, because I was thinking either Broken, the what's her name? That's a good one. Forgot the lady's name in that story.
Like, what's the most popular CG thing right now?
Oh, okay.
Other than Mariah.
Shit, Broken is freaking top tier though, man. Tell you what.
I think Chrome Dog is probably the most popular right now.
Which one?
Chrome Dog. Right here. Chrome Dog.
Luke Cage mixed with Altered Carbon.
And a bit of TMNT meets Blade Runner. See, I don't have a 10 like that. Zero. I need one.
This meets this, or
well, fuck you, man. Don't ever get a smoker laughing hard. There's Hacky.
How are you ever going to be a comic artist if you don't want to draw the same character more than once?
I don't want to draw the same character that's not mine more than once. Egg Beater. I've heard of Egg Beater. That's Allie's thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen the character.
Punisher meets Gordon Ramsay.
No, I'm going to do Private American.
Yeah, Mike Baron.
Nobody knows who that is, Doc. Don't
Yeah.
fucking set yourself up for failure. Draw
Everybody
Cyber Frog. Draw a Cyber Frog.
I could draw a Cyber Frog like peeking out of a swamp and then just paint the swamp.
No, that's stupid. Draw Cyber Frog.
That's stupid.
The
Man,
good
fuck
way.
You. You never see one of those swamp paintings? You don't
Draw
know.
Cyber Frog out of the fucking swamp. No.
Like,
I want to see the metal body.
Do Monet's lily pads, and there's a little Cyber Frog head peeking out right beside one.
You're just gonna repurpose one of your old paintings and
He's
paint
damn
the
right.
top of Cyber Frog's head in the
That's
water.
That's a great idea. I've got a swamp painting hanging in yonder. Draw some May of War porn. Oh my God.
I guess, yeah, that's a safe
Yeah,
bet.
come on,
Yeah.
man.
As long- I mean, Cyberfrog always looks, a dynamic pose or a chilling pose, like just hanging out kind of thing.
Listen, here's what I know. Okay. All right. I can understand why it takes Ethan so long to do a Cyberfrog book, because he draws every fucking detail on that frog, the same number of little plates every time, and gets it right. I'll fuck it up, and some purist will go, "No, there's 7 little segments in his neck things," and I will just
fucking get it right, Doc. It's your problem.
I'll die a little death.
Right.
Over and over.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I'll draw the pre-cyborg Cyber Frog. Just a painting of a frog.
Indeed.
Actually, I think I'm going to draw a Dillard.
Doc, you want this painting to sell.
That'll sell. I'll draw a Dillard. Dillard, what happened to your little animated thing you were doing where you're sitting at a table interviewing people? What happened to that?
I got rid of that.
Why?
Well, because I can make my own choices. 'Cause I'm a man.
Oh,
Jeez, rare.
Oh, I just learned how to play a song. Check it out. Thank you very much.
Yay.
Wow, when you heard that, did you hear the ABCs or Twinkle Twinkle?
Who, me? I played it.
I heard Twinkle Twinkle.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or the ABC song? Because they're both the same.
Yeah, they're kind of the same.
They're not kind of the same. They are the same.
I guess that's true.
Used to have to do that as scales.
Man,
So I
there's
was-
so
Sorry.
no, go ahead. Fina.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I was going to change the subject entirely.
I was going to keep it right on topic. I was hunting down guitars. I don't want to get nothing crazy, you know what I mean? Just something starter stuff that kind of works and sounds like I could use it, you know what I mean? And not just kind of genre specific. So I was really trying to find a regular normie sound, you know what I mean? And it was kind of rough. Been a rough time trying to figure out. The bass, I guess I found a bass model that's affordable and kind of like use, but the guitar has been quite a hard thing because you can't get nothing. Dillard's right though. If you're not paying $500 around that range, you're not getting anything worth.
For a bass?
No, for a guitar, for like an electric acoustic, you know.
Go to pawn shop, dude.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I got this one from, and
Musicians are always pawning their shit because they're always broke. You get a good deal.
Fuck pawn shops, man.
Go get a Les Paul. Don't even play around. Get a Les
No,
Paul.
I don't. I'm not gonna. Not yet. Nah. I can't buy everything. Oh, that's fucking crazy.
The trick to getting a good Les Paul is find one where the headstock's already broken and somebody's done a repair on it that's a good repair, because they'll never break again.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess refurbished is always an option.
Yeah. Les Paul is the best sounding guitar, best play.
Yeah, eventually. But is that the one you go? I mean, there's many others, right? With Strat. There's that.
Yeah, there's lots of guitars. I just personally
You get a little more funky sound out of the Les Paul.
Les Paul neck is just the fastest neck to play on. It's smooth. Action's always really good.
I had like a knockoff Les Paul, and it was easy to play. It was alright. I just couldn't. I wasn't really good at it.
I like the pickup with the dual humbuckers and the selector, the way it works. I could never figure out a Strat.
The coil versus the humbucker.
Oh shit, Dillard was almost writing a rap beat.
See, I don't even own a bass or guitar anymore. I need to get one.
I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate the ownership of a gun rack.
An entire rack.
Yeah, Gretsch are badass guitars.
A gun rack.
Gretsch drums too, man. That factory was in my hometown.
Yeah, I know Gretsch for like drums mostly.
James Hayes says everyone is freaking out because Twitter isn't working this morning.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Guess it's not.
Yes. Let me see.
Let's go investigate.
I want to get lost in your rock and roll.
No.
Uh-oh. Dillard's down. Man down. Man down. What's wrong with Twitter?
I've been shit posting on Twitter on an alternate account, and man, I gotta stop doing that. There's crazy people out here. I'm afraid like people are gonna knock down my door and attack me or something for what I said.
The good times you have today are going to be the sad thoughts you have tomorrow.
You know, there's some wisdom in that, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the tragedy here is this is the last cup. I need to go make another pot.
Oh.
I gotta go check out my chicken.
Ooh.
He got to go shigama his chicken.
Shigama.
You kind of coping.
It's the new cooking show, Shigama Chicken with Sinatra.
Ooh, sounds good.
Shigama. What would Shigama Chicken taste like?
Good, hopefully.
Probably like Mexican.
Great. I hope it tastes great, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. So good.
That was the best chicken you had.
My friend invited me over to dinner a few nights ago, and
lucky.
You know how a chicken breast, when you cook it, is, you know, you can get great taste out of it, but it's not the most tender part of the chicken. The thigh is, right?
Mm.
This chicken breast at about 2 inches thick, you could slice it with your fork. I'm like, how in the hell did you get it to be that tender? Apparently the secret is you slather a layer of mayo on top while you're baking it.
Crazy.
And it tenderizes it. It doesn't taste.
While you're baking it, before you put it in, or during the baking?
Before you bake it, you put your seasonings in the mayo and slather it on top like icing a cake, and you cook it.
I try to stay away from mayo.
Sound like some fat people shit.
I definitely try to stay away from mayo now that I heard we're called mayo monkeys. I'm like,
oh, God.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't.
now I'm self-conscious. I was like, no mayo.
What was it? Children of the Salt.
Yeah.
Look,
bleach demons. We got a
best chicken I ever had. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to try that.
That fat white bitch ruined my life. What's that bitch name that got canceled for being racist?
Oh, what was her name?
Roseanne?
That
Paula
cook
Dean.
show lady.
Paula Dean.
Oh, Paula Dean.
Paula Dean.
Yeah, Paula Dean. Paula Dean hit me up on putting a little dab of mayonnaise in your mashed potatoes.
Fuck yeah.
I ain't never been the same since. It's so fucking good.
It is good.
Really?
And I got a recipe from her for southern fried dumplings. So they're basically like you're making wontons, but the stuffing inside, cream cheese, any of your greens that you choose, some onion and some seasoning, and then deep fry that shit. Holy cow, they're good.
Wow. Yeah, she's good. I don't mind that. I don't mind her views, her social
Yeah, I
political views.
don't care about your politics. Cook, bitch.
Yeah, jeez, are you kidding me? Now, on the other in other news, Martha Stewart's like putting out videos of her just in an apron with no shirt on, cooking stuff, trying to.
Oh fuck yeah! Dude, I had the biggest
what?
crush on Martha Stewart growing up. Oh,
What?
Man, my buddy, he was like, man, I would kill a bitch to be with Martha Stewart.
Really?
Ain't no fucking lie in that statement.
Crazy.
She's a gangster, yo.
God,
I
man.
know that.
Keep it gangster, y'all.
She's a
Keep it
dangerous
gangster.
person, yo. She's been in jail and all that. She probably.
Yeah, she's hardcore.
Yeah, man. Like,
She got the little eye tat.
does she really? Or are you just saying? Oh, okay. No, I was like, I don't know. Did you? I wouldn't put it past her. Hanging out with Snoop Dogg,
What a woman.
running the cell block. I met, dude. She was like King. She's like Wilson Fisk in the freaking prison.
She Snoop showed her some new herb to put in that seasoning.
Yeah, go check the chicken.
Go check on your chicken, Finn.
Watching Martha Stewart on TV, I see her fucking making a whole Halloween, decorating the whole house out of like fucking 4 bundles of yarn. and then I look over at my wife. I'm like,
Yes.
I got an Amazon shipment coming in for $400 worth of fake flowers that only decorate like half of a room.
You gotta step up your game.
You seeing what I'm seeing on TV here? I don't think you're seeing what I'm seeing on TV.
Are we watching the same thing here, honey? It's yarn.
The look over in disgust.
That's funny as hell, right there. I don't care who you are.
No, it's like it's just little moments, right? Normally, you're super proud of your family, but like,
Yeah.
take my kid to ballet, and I see all the other kids doing their ballet moves. My kid's over there picking a Murph out of her ass. When do I get to have that? That's my kid, moment.
That's my
Dillard, these are the moments. Embrace them. Embrace them.
You guys smoke to enjoy it. I smoke to fucking die.
I wish they were healthy.
That'd be nice, right? That's the future. Vegan cigarettes. Healthy cigarettes.
Great. It's a perfect habit for me.
You're killing me, Dillard. You're killing me. That's the funniest shit I've heard all day. That's a whole stand-up routine.
These I don't want to be mean. There's nice things too.
I'm not moving past this. I'm going to hang on to that.
Yeah, I can't get it out of my head, man. This is one of those
that moment.
One of those jokes. It's just like, oh my god, this is too funny. Looking over at her like.
And I'll look over at my wife.
Not like Comicsgate though. You were saying that earlier, like you're putting so much effort into it for your returns, like with the whole this whole YouTube stuff. It's all fun, and the network is, it's out there, man. You can make a lot of things happen. The opportunities out there.
It's true, and I'll say this too. I don't ever shield my channel, my YouTube channel, at all, and it's already bigger than the fine art channel I have that I worked my ass off on. Just because there's There's a good network of folks out there, is what I'm saying.
And CG, yeah, there's a lot of people, and they're kind of used to watching YouTube, and that's what they do. So anybody who's interested, you know, like yourself, they're gonna show up. You know, there's other people that
I like
sometimes they
interesting
don't show
people.
up.
They're interesting.
I wonder why they show up to my stream sometimes.
Huh? What? Shigama? What?
Yeah, they come for that shigama.
They come for the shigama. They stay for the content. That's it, baby. Or they come for the content and stay for the shigama.
They come for the retarded shit I say, the dumb, uninformed, and jump to conclusions that I do. Everything's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Everything is.
It's
No
all a
coincidences.
conspiracy, man.
Yeah, there's
Dale
no
was right.
coincidences.
Dale Dribble was right. Pocket sand.
And then if I did know all the answers, then I would I just wish I never knew the answers. You know.
Right. I'm not reading that one though. Yeah, that's a Vern, but I'm not reading that one. Come on. There it is, Dillard. You'll have your moment. 20 years at the adult. Oh. Well, I mean, most people know. I've got a good, friendly environment here on my family-friendly channel.
I think even with that approach or that view you have towards it, it gives you more of an organic approach on how you do your streams, and you could kind of build up your own way of doing it without being, you know, bombarded by 20, 30 viewers at once. And it's like, well, shoot, what is everybody here for? Are they here for what I've been doing, or are they here for something that I can give them, but maybe I don't know. I don't know what they're here for. And sometimes
I just watch your channel because I'm hoping that one day I'm going to see a fucking dick slip.
You know, it happens. It happens.
That's possible.
After the book fulfills, we'll show the channel a little bit.
People show up. If you do streams, like, you know, I mean, do you have how often do you stream?
Twice a week.
Yeah, there you go.
I got my show on Saturdays, the coffee shop, and then I do a free refill sometime during the week. But here's the thing, you know, I said this at the opening of this stream. I don't ever even throw it out there. I just let organically whoever shows up shows up. Oh! Cthulhu says Finatra bought his subs.
But you know, even that, I lost all that, but taught me a lesson. Like, don't get them all at once like that. For me, at least, me myself, yeah, don't. I could organic. I'm always up to like 800, and
yeah,
people are used to me. Some people leave, some people go.
That's what I'm saying, Margo. Is I said at the top of this, I'm not going to shill anything. I'm not trying to sell anything. Let's just hang out and have a good time.
When is that going to start?
Oh,
that hurt. That hurt.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to take off. It is bedtime.
Alrighty.
Damn it, Dillard, you drove Yucky off.
Yeah.
I drove Yucky off. I got people in the chat calling me fat, telling me things about my family and their future careers.
It did. My stomach hurts from that last joke. That like wiped me out. That took out the last of my energy.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you.
Hard.
What's up, Well Red? Good to see you, buddy.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, yeah.
Should have left after that joke so people would think fondly of me.
Take care, all.
Always leave them wanting more. The link is pinned, Well Red, if you want to pop in. Of course, you're probably.
I keep telling my wife. She's not good.
The link is pinned.
No, I just leave her wanting more.
Oh, that's yeah. See, there it is. Be sure to tip your waitress. He'll be here all week.
I'm making this beat over here. I'm a horrible guest. All right, let me stop. Let me get focused.
No, you're fine. You do whatever you do, man. This is just a chill.
Make your chicken, Finatra.
There's no agenda.
It won't be done for another hour and a half, hour and 15,
God
hour and a half.
damn. How much chicken you making?
Like 5 drumsticks. I just buy like the 5 packs at a time, or the 12 at a time or something.
So sad.
Get an air fryer.
Yeah, I could do that, but it's cool. It takes about like 2.5. I like barbecue now. I freaking let that shit sit in there for a while. I like to burn that barbecue on the chicken.
Yes, absolutely. It ain't good till it's charred a little bit. Just saying.
Oh yeah. Yep. And so as long as it falls off the bone, I'm good. It's not dry.
Shigama.
You know?
Hell yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna cook today, but I want a good home cooked meal.
Yeah, I've been cooking more. They've been making fun of me in the chat for, or I think it was Rizzy was making fun of me for not eating or something. So I was like, you know what, Rizzy? I didn't tell him that though, but in my head I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let me start cooking.
It's always a good idea to eat.
I've been actually cooking, yeah. Like, I mean,
yeah, really cook a good meal.
Yeah.
Like I'll make some average ass shit. My wife will go, you know what this needs? We need some cornbread. And she'll make cornbread from scratch in a skillet, in a cast iron skillet. I'm like, fuck, man, I'd rather just have the cornbread. Smell me some cornbread, boss.
Oh, I want to get a skillet. I don't really use a stove though. I use I like the a pilot. You know, the flame gas stoves.
Yeah, that's what we
hate coil stoves, man. Electric stoves.
Electric stoves aren't responsive enough. Gotta have a gas stove so you get the temp exactly the way you want it.
Yeah, I don't understand why people even argue for. I mean, they're okay, but they're not good for sautéing. They're not good. You can't cook a good steak on an electric grill. You know, even sear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. What's up? You damn right, Zero. Damn right. Hey, Carol, the link is pinned if you want to pop in. But
yeah, my dad
says he's a better cook than his wife. We're half and half. I cook some things better than my wife. She's a traditional Southern cook. You know what I'm saying? You want a good Southern meal, she'll cook that. I do all this shit like lasagna and friggin' the outrageous shit I see on YouTube. I'm like, I'm trying that. I'm gonna do that.
I like collard greens. Very
Hell
much
yeah.
so.
Hell yeah. Good old soul food.
Yeah, that's great.
You do oh hell yeah. You do soul food out there, Dillard, where you're at?
No.
Really?
I got my staples, my comfort food. I wouldn't call it soul food. It's just food that I only make food when it's something that I only make it just the way that I like it.
Sure.
Like what?
Well, for instance, I've never eaten my wife's eggs in the morning, no matter how she prepares them. They always taste like garbage to me because I only like the ways I make eggs. My mom makes shit eggs. Everybody else makes eggs awful. I only like the way I do it.
How do you make them?
What's the secret?
That's not even important, right? Because you probably wouldn't like it. It's just the way I like them.
You just put them in a frying pan and cook them, and that's how.
No, not juicy eggs. I can eat over easy eggs or over medium, whatever, from anybody.
My dad made the best sunny side.
But like my scrambled eggs, right? I get my scrambled eggs. I put them in a cup, crack them all in a cup, put a little bit of milk, stir them all up. Make sure I have a small pan with a big pan with a lot of butter. And then I pour them in there and I just swirl them around. And I use the ladle to pull back the eggs to the corner and let the rest kind of spill out over it. All the stuff that's still wet. Spill out.
Soft scramble.
Yeah, and then I like to always just throw a piece of Kraft sandwich cheese in the middle, then fold it over.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'll try.
And nobody else. It doesn't matter how many times I say it. She don't make them, right? Same thing with my ramen noodles, right? Like my ramen noodles, cheap ass Maruchan ramen noodles, but I won't eat it unless I make it because it has to be the perfect temperature, and I have to eat it right as soon as it comes off.
I can relate to that.
I put my stuff in there. It comes to a boil. I poke it until I feel it soft. Then I go to the sink. I dump all the water out. Fill it up again with, tap water. It's still super hot because the pan's hot and the noodles are hot, right? So the water gets super hot again. Then I pour half of that out, and then I take, because this is 2 packs of ramen noodles, right? But I open 3 packs of ramen noodles, and I use the 3rd seasoning packet. So I have extra seasoning.
Monster.
And then I use same scrambled eggs, and then I put those in the ramen noodles, and that's what I'll eat.
You like egg drop soup?
No, I like to cook my eggs first.
Okay.
Like even when I go to eat like pho, Have you ever had pho? And they give you the side meat that's like a little
With the
flat meat
foot.
that's raw, and you dip it in your soup so that it cooks it in there. Like I can't handle that shit. It's like I'm
Oh, is that
very
like
particular.
That's a
Like-
lie, Zero. That's a lie. There's not pork in everything in the South. What's wrong with you? Now you do throw a good big thick piece of fat back in your greens, and you slow cook them all day just for the seasoning.
Oxtails?
I've had oxtail.
I like oxtail.
We got a Jamaican restaurant here close by. that
Oh,
does
cool.
Oxtail, good fucking all kinds of the Caribbean jerk stuff's good.
Cowfoot stew
I don't think I've ever had that
in
one.
a Jamaican restaurant. Oh, that's good stuff. I don't know if they have it there, but I love that.
I do like Jamaican food. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, Jamaican cabbage is the only cabbage I really like. I very much
Oh
enjoy.
man, look up gula food. Gullah. It's Southern cooking with a Caribbean flair that they do in the Low Country.
Cool Island.
Best fried cabbage ever.
I try it. No.
If fried cabbage can be good, I guess that would be the best of it.
It can be good. Good morning, Michael Taylor. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Hey,
because,
remember when I was telling you about? Remember when I was telling you about being an expert on Chrome Dog?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of news here about Chrome Dog that nobody knows yet.
Tell me.
And nobody knows about this news anywhere except for the people working on Chrome Dog. And that's me, Agent Zero, and Eric Weathers, who is now part of the team.
Oh, shoot. What?
Shigama?
Eric Weathers, Doc, if you don't know, because you're new around these parts.
I'm is.
I don't take kindly to new people, but I'm going to let you in anyway.
All right.
Eric Weathers is the best of the best when it comes to formatting and lettering a comic.
Right on.
He letters all the pros.
Okay.
If you want to take your comic seriously, you get it lettered by Eric Weathers.
So is that the news that Eric Weathers is coming on board?
That's correct. He is going to be the letterer for Chrome Dog.
Bad
The
Rose.
only book worthwhile. Everything else is shit right from my
Good morning,
asshole.
Rosie.
Except Pariah, Blood and Mud. Good
I
morning,
haven't even
Rose.
seen it yet. I'll be the
Morning.
judge of that.
How you doing, Doc?
I am well, thank you.
Who you got doing your lettering, Doc?
I have an anonymous person doing my lettering.
Not Eric Weathers.
But it's not Eric Weathers. I like those headphones, Rose. I need
Mm.
some that glow like that, so it'll look like bright ideas are coming out of my head.
I don't even know. I got these off of clearance last summer.
I like that.
I was not given permission to share that information. I'm glad that Agent Zero is not angry with me.
Hey, Dillard, entertain the audience. I got to make more coffee.
Oh Lord, that's a dangerous statement.
Oh, shit, hold on a second. Let me get my camera on here. Had 3 balls to juggle. Where did they go?
I don't want to see your balls.
I want to see him.
Oh God,
Eagle Rider. Eagle Rider. What happened to your chest? Look like you got the fucking predator about to shoot you.
The spots here were
3
accidental.
symmetrical spots in a triangle, like the goddamn Illuminati.
It actually, ironically, was actually just my cat caught me trying to cuddle up to me when she was coming out of being sedated by the vet.
Oof.
I'm sorry, what? You let a cat out of a bag?
My cat had to be sedated for medical treatment by the vet when she was
What's wrong
waking up
with
from
your
the
cat?
what turned out to be leg and stomach damage from a birth defect, and now on CBD. But because they had to run all the tests to find that out, they sedated her to run the
CBD.
tests.
Is that marijuana oil?
Yes, because it's the only
Fucking
thing
cat's
they
a
can
dirty
give her.
hippie.
Oh, because that's where they remove the THC and that stuff. It's actually just the medical parts.
You got it for yourself, didn't you?
I actually have no interest in the stoner stuff at all. No, she had this stupid birth defect they found, but yeah, while she was waking up, she caught me when she was shaking from the sedation.
Was the birth defect at least funny?
No.
Fucking every time, dude. Every time.
I take care of everybody and everything, so I deal with a lot of weird, crazy shit.
Is it an outside cat or an inside cat?
My inner inside. She's too dumb to go outside. She'd get eaten by predators in a day.
Did you declaw her?
No. Fuck no.
She'll be fine. She can climb the roof. Let me tell you, I had this cat. Still have this cat named Aldo. He was the most prim and proper, prissy inside cat you ever saw in your life. It was my wife's cat. What the fuck did you just snort?
I smell the Vicks inhaler for my sinuses.
Oh, okay.
Tingling.
God damn, Eagle.
You keep forgetting I'm one of the most boring straight-laced people you'll know when it comes to that
anything
shit.
About anybody, don't worry about it. He was such a fancy cat. This cat never in his life, and I'm being serious here, never in his life did this cat's paws ever touch dirt, concrete, or grass. This cat, you put him outside. We tried to put him on the grass one time, and his feet, he would just hold his feet up like this because he was scared of the grass.
Okay, that's a new level.
Okay, so, and he was like very fancy, right? Very taken care of. My wife took very good care. He had little caps that went on his nails that were rubberized so that he wouldn't scratch things, right? So he can climb on things and not make a sound. And this is a very fancy cat. Until one day, after getting a delivery of our new sofa and love seat, he decides to attack the back. So he became an outside cat after that.
Yeah, serves him well.
This dude's a killer. He was outside for like 3 weeks to getting used to the situation. Now he is he's like World War II from Charlie Brown. Like he has fucking piles of dead birds and lizards. He beats up other cats. He's a monster.
Badass.
Like he became like an animal that I respected.
Most pets don't do well over here. I mean, it was literally a few weeks ago. I went out in my mom's carport to take trash out, and there was a mountain lion next to her car. So,
so birds don't land in your yard anymore, Dillard, because you've got an assassin. You've got an assassin
them as tribute, as his rent. I get angry if I show up and first of the month I don't have a bird. Where's your rent?
You got to pay the rent, bitch. Come on.
I need at least 2 ground squirrels.
Yeah. At least you appreciate it. Some people don't even know that when they bring you dead animals, they're trying to tell you that they're actually contributing and doing something.
Well, it is because they're trying to provide to you. They're trying to share with you their kill, their booty.
Well, you know that you have a good cat when you get the little trophies. And you see little clones of them running around a year later because he went out there and got laid and brought more of himself into the world.
I'm more of a pro-choice for cats.
Depopulation.
Oh my God.
Kitty control. Cat control.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, man. Carol Lee is her coloring name, her pseudonym that she uses for her coloring.
Oh my goodness.
She did both of the black light tapestries for my campaign and did a really good job.
Cool.
For sure.
I like cats much more than dogs because cats, you put some food outside on a plate, and then you put some water in a bowl.
And you can ignore them.
You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to greet them. You don't have to walk them. They fucking leave you alone.
Even
they kill the gophers. They kill the gophers in the yard.
Even in the house, they don't have to pester you every 5 minutes to take them out for a walk or other shit constantly.
Get them out of your house. They're fucking laying on your keyboard and shit. They're fucking animals.
They're
wild animals. They don't belong in the house.
They're very self-sustaining creatures.
That's true. They are.
Very
And I like dogs. Of course, everybody likes dogs more. Dogs
Love dogs.
Dogs love you unconditionally, but dogs need attention.
Cats' love is very conditional. Just saying, if you displease them, they'll let you know.
I mean, I've never been a dog person, but then again, I'm allergic to them. So
There's a hypoallergy. Well, the dog I'm thinking of would probably have a
hypoallergenic
contest
doesn't-
with your cat. Though, like you had a
Yeah.
freaking Australian Terrier and your cat, they'll freaking come back with double
the
double the
hypoallergenic
critters.
doesn't work because it's not the fur and dander I'm allergic to; it's the saliva.
Oh, is it
So-
really?
Yeah,
That's
because it was
crazy.
an allergic reaction to being mauled by one when I was young.
Oh,
rabies?
that's what happened. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, and I don't mind dogs. I don't mind animals in general. I just can't get that close to them. So,
There's no point to get close to them. They're animals. What are
Right.
they gonna do? Your fucking taxes?
It's like people who handle big wild cats and bears, and I was like, why are you doing that? Like,
Yeah, Joe Exotic needs to come out of prison already.
oh, sure.
I'm never going to recover from this financially.
That bitch Carol Baskin.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this shit.
That dude got the world through the lockdowns. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What a kind-hearted man.
Justice for.
No, Michael Taylor says you'd be surprised what kind of exotic animals people have in their home. You're not going to surprise me.
No,
I know what they have in their home. I'm telling you, they're all psychopaths.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be
No,
really
see,
surprised.
If I want to right now, I can go buy a wolf. I know a guy.
I
That's
love
badass, man.
I love animals. Don't get me wrong. I love my nature work with animals, but I don't want every fucking wild animal in my house. You know,
Yeah, these people
That's
think
just-
they're fucking Ace Ventura around here.
I'm out there interacting with the eagles and all the crazy animals. I'm still not going to bring them in my fucking home.
Nah, hell no.
When I was still counseling, I would get called out by Department of Family and Children's Services to go do home safety inspections, blah blah blah. I always hated doing those, but I went to one. Kid you not, the complainant had said they have vermin in their house with their little kids. Go check on them. So I'm like, all right. So I go over there and I'm sitting. It's a nice house. Everything's clean and tidy. And all of a sudden, a rat runs across the living room floor, and I'm like, fuck, in my head. But then the lady holds out her hand, and the rat runs up in her hand. It's her pet. She's got a pet rat.
The pet rats thing, I don't get at all. That's just fucking gross to me.
Well, I mean, somebody was having a meltdown over this. It was her pet. So
That's cute. Yeah, they're cute, but they just poop all over them. So I don't know. Can you train them?
I mean, I wouldn't have one. I don't want one, but I'm not going to recommend you take this
They're
child.
very
out of this
lovable
home.
animals. Very
My
affectionate.
first job, me and my brother had the same job, our first job. And that was this person in downtown had a big rat farm. That's what she did. She grew and bred and sold rats. And they had this big old humongous fat rat, probably like this big. We used to call him the Godfather because he would just sit there and the rats would bring him stuff, right?
You're not wrong, Kate. You're not wrong.
So but as I ended up liking the rats a little bit, and she was like, "Do you want one?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, "Here, I got a new one for you." It was, shit you not, a blonde-haired, curly-headed rat. He had curly hair on the top of his head, and he was
Cool.
all blonde.
Fabio.
Yeah,
You're killing me, man. You had a Fabio rat.
Yeah,
Huh?
he was beautiful.
What'd you name him? What did you name that one?
Zero. His name was Zero after the skateboard company. Thought it was a good name. What the fuck did I know? I was like 14. Right?
You got to draw that rat, man. I mean, I know he's dead and gone now, so you got to do a drawing, a tribute.
Yeah, he ran away.
Agent Zero.
He was a nice rat. But the thing is this, like I got some family that's in social work, right? And I see pictures sometimes of like people's homes that don't want to get rid of their dogs, right? And they got their dogs, but they don't have a house anymore. The yard where they can have a dog. And like, there's a bunch of fucking, referrals that come in.
Yeah.
With people, their fucking house is just covered in dog turds and piss, mattresses and clothes. The kids, it gets called on by the teachers because the kids show up to school smelling like shit,
Yeah.
And then we got these people living like 2 blocks over, and they're living out there in the van, right? And they've had services offered to them, but they can't take their dogs with them, and they prefer to be fucking living in their trailer with the dog. Right? Shit and piss all over inside the trailer because they don't want to get like animal's a fucking animal, dude. This is your life we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can get free fucking housing for you and your kids, but you don't want to get rid of your fucking 3 pit bulls that you got living in a trailer with you.
Right.
Yeah, that's dumb as fuck. I'm sorry.
That's why I won't own a dog.
I don't get fucking dog people like that. I know not all dog people are like that, but
no, I wouldn't.
There's a lot.
I don't have a dog.
Nothing. I've got nothing against good dog owners and stuff, but the ones who are like obsessive with it, who treat it like they're fucking kids, who drag it into grocery stores and shit, and act like it's entitled for more safety and security in public than people and stuff. It's like, leave your fucking dog home, do your errands, and go take care of it, you little fucking wuss.
So the storm that came through here wiped out my fence. All 4 sides were just crushed. And that's where my dogs go, we got a half-acre backyard. It's gone. The fences are gone. But by God, they ain't staying in the house. I got them on runners. One in the front yard, one in the backyard. Because fuck that, man. I'm not leaving these critters inside all the time.
Like I'll take my kid to the park, right? I'll take her to the park.
All over the house. I'm not having that.
And she's out there playing on the jungle gym, And then somebody will come up jogging, and they'll have their dog with them. And this person decides that he's going to start doing push-ups next to the jungle gym as he's exercising, And the dog's running around. Now I have to get up, right? Because I don't trust a dog as far as I can fucking throw it. Even if it's little and I can throw it far, I still don't trust it. So I go over there and I hang out next to wherever my kid's playing. I pull out my pocket knife and open it up, right? Just in case. I got to act fast. I don't want my kid getting mauled up. Because I've seen kids get mauled up by dogs. Real fast. It happens really quick. And the guy gives me a dirty ass look because I pulled a knife out and I have it in my hand. His dog, right? I'm like, well, fucking do something. Get the fuck out of here with your wild animal, dude.
Not around my kid. Not around my kid.
Go to your dog park. Why are you hanging around here by the jungle gym?
I have nothing against the dog owners having the dogs, but my mom has a neighbor here who thinks he's entitled to let his dog run wild in town. It has bit people. It tried to attack her. And he literally blamed my mom for dad shooting the fucking dog in the leg when it tried to charge her in her yard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like every 4th of July, right? People act like 4th of July just comes out of nowhere. The 4th of July is coming. The dogs are going to get scared with the fireworks. And they're going to be running out of your yard, breaking out, and running all over the street. Do something about that. I'm sick and tired of doing repairs to my bumper because your fucking dogs are out in the street.
John, don't go postal on the pets.
So, see, I'm absolutely, everyone knows I'm the animal girl. Everyone knows I'm a big softie to animals. And I absolutely fucking hate how a lot of dog owners act anymore.
That's what my wife calls me, big softie.
Yeah, but I think that's referring to something else there.
Yeah, fuck, that was a joke, Eagle. God damn.
I just had to take a cheap shot with it. I'm sorry.
It's like I set him up, and then Eagle comes in to swat it down. I don't get it.
But I mean,
Kate in Orlando got it. She's laughing.
That looks nice,
okay.
By the way. Actually, Doc.
What does that mean, actually?
Because I'm cynical and I always expect everything to be, I'm going to criticize. It's just how I speak. Deal with it.
Shouldn't throw stones.
Why? I criticize my own shit worse than anyone else's.
If you live in a glass house.
No, you shouldn't change upstairs if you live in a glass house.
Or downstairs. Comment doesn't make any sense.
Well, actually, it kind of does, because at least in a basement that I can see anything.
Freaking gosh.
What's the matter, Fanadra?
Well, technically, the light refraction. Okay, sorry.
A broken watch.
Yes. That's the cover for Pariah Blood and Mud, book 1 of the Pariah trilogy.
It's not yours. You can't keep it. When I back this book, you got to give it to me. Should I back this book? What's this book about anyway?
It's a story about a young lady who all she wants to do is have a YouTube cooking channel, and the trolls drive her off, and so she summons.
What drives her off?
The trolls. So she summons this big mud monster to go out and squish the heads of the trolls.
Is this an SG?
You actually said that with a straight face, Doc. I'm impressed.
Yes, I did. Because I can deliver like that.
That was impressive.
So basically, the story is that little Elizabeth there. She's just drop dead sexy girl. And she moves
Can you just give me like a hint? What do they say to her to make her go on a murderous rampage on her cooking channel?
They said something about don't use mayonnaise in your cooking. That all Southern cooking has pork in it, so she goes on a murder spree.
How the fuck do you say this stuff with a straight face, Doc?
Little Elizabeth there, she goes to live in the big city, and she's doing fine. She's
Elizabeth thought she could have it all.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to work at a club, and the check gets shorted, and so they send her upstairs to go see the guy. And she goes up. She walks in on a mob hit. So being a good girl, she's bothered by this. She goes into witness protection. They find her. They beat her. They rape her. They slit her throat, leave her for dead. What they didn't know was that she's descended from an ancient lineage of powerful witches. And she unlocks her power as she's recovering. And she goes back on a murderous rampage.
Is she now a mute?
No, she's not.
You sliced her throat.
She's a witch. She chose not to get rid of the scar on her neck. She wears it as a badge of pride. Now she doesn't want to go back. At first, she's afraid.
Like that cowboy movie with Clint Eastwood, where he has
the hanging. Yes. The first thing she does when she unlocks her power is she burns a leaf. She just causes it to burst into flame. She's just discovering her powers. So thereafter, she wears a burning leaf pendant around her neck.
Wait, she got it made?
Yeah,
she wears the leaf she burnt on her neck.
She makes one and she wears it.
Oh, she's crafty. Not just a cook. She's also crafty.
She's a cook. She does arts and crafts.
She makes jewelry like the kind you sell at the beach.
She's kind of like a Martha Stewart. she's a Martha Stewart.
A gangster.
Well, what's her personality?
Gangster.
She starts to lose who she is in this. Let's just quickly. I'll touch on this. She was just a lovely young lady until this happened, and then even after she's recovering, she's a little bit on the timid side. Now she's scared of everything. She don't want to go back. Then an event happens down in her little hometown where she's recovering and where she's training. And she just snapped.
Training? What is she training for?
She's training in the magical arts. And so she goes back to the city and she becomes so obsessed with her revenge that she begins to lose her own sanity and question her own morality. Not about is it okay to kill these guys? That's absolutely okay with her. But a good example is she's walking by an alley where a young lady is going through what she went through. She doesn't even notice.
God damn, where does this lady live? Detroit?
She goes back to the big city. We don't say what city it is. We also, by the way, Dillard, an interesting theme in this. Never disclose what time period it's. The cars look like they're from the 40s, but they have cell phones. The men dress like it's the 30s and the 40s, but then again, they've got internet. So kind of borrowed that concept from Batman the Animated Series.
By having internet. Future, nobody's going to have internet.
The animated series, shut up. you know, the way Batman and all the cars looked and everything, but he's still got computers and all this. I thought, damn, that's pretty good, man, because it keeps it vague. You don't know when it is. And I like that. But yeah, she goes on a murder spree. And the police are looking for a serial killer who's killing mobsters. Because that's what it looks like from the outside. And they're dying in these horrific ways. So, yeah, it's I like to think it's a pretty good story. Now,
all right, so
originally it was going to be one book, but we have broken it into 3 parts because the economy's in the toilet right now. Yo, ask.
Okay. I see her a lot with this monster. Is he in the book?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Also, I see that she has magic hands.
Yes, she does, Dillard.
Can you go into, or would it give away too much? How the magic? What the fuck can she do?
That's a great question.
Can she magic up the soles of her feet and float away?
There are 2 schools of magic in my little world here. One of them is sorcery.
Hogwarts.
The other one is the art, which is basically witchcraft. And witchcraft is the art of change. With your own power, you cause things to change. So originally, the first thing she does is, of course, she changes the temperature of this leaf till it bursts into flames. But then she discovers, more creative ways to use that power. The other one is sorcery.
In her arts and crafts.
Yes, in her arts and crafts. And sorcery, on the other hand, is the ability to pull power from elsewhere and use it in the real world. And she does have a run-in with someone with some sorceress abilities. But you're going to run into characters like the Baba Yaga in this book.
Are you going to have her in a floating cauldron?
No.
Get out of here.
But the house with chicken feet might be a thing.
Commit to the bit, Doc.
Well, the house with the chicken legs is part of the bit.
Yeah, but that's not when you meet her. You meet her floating around. She uses a big ladle to push herself as she floats from tree to tree. I don't know. What do they call them in English? The molcajete. That's the big stone that you grind seasonings and chili and stuff in. What is that called in English?
Mortar and pestle.
A mortar and pestle?
Yeah, mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
We've
She
got
has a gigantic mortar and pestle that she rides around.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love the story of the Baba Yaga. I think that's some good stuff. So you can see by that we've got some of the Eastern European mythology going on in the book with the golem and the Baba Yaga, and the Russian mob. That ought to give you a sense for kind of the lore.
Does this take place in America-ish society or European-ish cities?
It's kind of American-ish. But
So now that you told me that she can change things with her craft.
Her arts and craft.
Arts and crafts. Can you give me, it doesn't have to be from the book, but like an example of like what she can do and an example of what would be like the cap, the upper limit of her power?
The upper limit is a good question because we're not going to really go that way with it. But not just John Wick, but if you've ever read Without Remorse by Tom Clancy, that's actually what inspired me to do this story. But some examples: the coroner is autopsying one of her victims, this 98-year-old decrepit corpse who's only 22 years old. She aged him, gave him cancer, and left him to die.
And that's like the upper limit, or that's baseline?
That's just a thing she does.
Now, when she uses her magic, does it deplete her in any way?
Initially, yes, but later, and you find out why later, but later
Why?
on, it comes as naturally to her as breathing.
And I don't want to make assumptions. She sounds kind of like a piece of work. Is she a villain?
She is not a hero, even though she's going after bad people. She won't lift a finger to help someone else. She's so focused on revenge that, to the detriment of her own well-being, to the detriment of her own sanity, and certainly not helping other people.
Right.
Which is why, by the way, she's a pariah, an outcast. She's a tortured soul, is what I'm saying.
Pretty hot for a tortured woman.
Well, thank you, Finn, because, that's the thing. Tell a good story, but tell it with a sexy lady. That's the story.
Crazy hot bitch.
That's right.
Yeah, make her bitchy, so.
Well, I mean, she's killing people because they were mean to her online. Golly.
Mm-hmm. Mega bitch.
That's exactly a woman. Doc knows how to write women.
I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna quote it on the campaign.
He really understands women and their struggle.
She's a feminist.
I think of a man. I take away reason and accountability.
She's got some intensity to her. Like, she meets a fella in book 2.
Now she dresses like a hoe. Is this?
She's a
cover
gypsy.
image.
She's a gypsy hoe.
Because the image that I was sent as reference has her in like a black bodice getup. What is this you got her in?
She wears, she's not a superhero, so there's not a costume. But she's got what I call the stalker outfit. That's the leather pants and the corset. But then she dresses like a gypsy. The long skirts with a slit down the leg and the little
like that floozy Esmeralda from that movie with that poor man with the hunchback.
Yes, a little bit like that floozy.
That tease. You
Yes,
saw how you saw what she was doing to that bishop. She was teasing him the whole time. Poor man's trying to be a man of God, forsaking all women, holding true to his vows. She's flaunting her body around there like a floozy.
Book 2 is going to be the really, really fun one. Book 3 is the one that's going to make your
I'll wait for book 2 then.
Jaw drop with the ending. Book 1 is the intense build up that has a pretty damn good little story in it. I like to think.
Who wrote the story?
I did. I am the writer. So you were talking about writing, Dillard, and this was the challenge for me. Originally, this was one big arc.
When was I doing that?
Let me illustrate on your own channel there, sir. Originally, we have the one big arc, but then because we're breaking it into 3 parts, you have to have 3 arcs, 3 story arcs going on, and that was the challenge, to be able to break it into pieces and still.
Do you prefer the hero's journey or the Harmon method?
I prefer the Stephen Brust method. And that is, now I'm going to tell you something cool. That's it. Just going to tell you a cool story.
All right. So you don't believe in having a structure for your story?
Yes, I believe in having a structure. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. There's a denouement. There's a climax.
And now this. I was watching a show that was recommended to me called You on Netflix.
My wife watched that.
And
it's crazy.
Utterly disgusted at this
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Just the fucking worst pile of steaming garbage I ever saw in my life. Very first episode is just filled with degeneracy.
Yes, it is a degenerate show. And I have questioned my wife's taste in the things that she watches. And her response, Dillard, was, I'm a grown-ass woman. I watch what the fuck I want to. I'm like, well, all right, babe. That's what we have.
The woman in this show is I don't know what you would call it, right? Just like way too loose with her own sexuality.
A hoe is the word we use for that.
But not even like a hoe. Like, but the thing is, they try to portray her as somebody that's normal,
right?
You
like
know,
hoe,
Jane
is
every girl, right?
Yes.
And she's just the worst hoe imaginable. And then the guy that's in the show ain't no better, right? He's across the street watching her masturbate. She's masturbating.
Stalker.
Whoa.
She's masturbating
Stalker.
in her apartment, which is a ground floor apartment with a big open bay window with all the curtains open and drawn so that everybody walking by, man, women, and children, can see her masturbating in her living room. And then the hero, the guy, the main character of the story is across the street fucking beating his dirty cock watching her masturbate.
What is this, the Buckler?
No, it's not the buck.
Wow, damn, Finn.
God.
Came back to
Wow.
masturbating over
Savage.
pounds. No joke.
And I turned this shit off, right? I'm like, what the fuck is this? And now I'm thinking of the person that recommended this to me as a dirty, filthy degenerate too, right? And I can't watch the show because I can't get behind the character. I see
There's no one to pull for.
Yeah, there's no character that starts off as anywhere near relatable, right? And you can do a story about an unrelatable character, but there has to be some aspect of that character, that villain, that you can relate to in some way.
Hero says, well, I mean, It's the beauty of the chat. That's what I'm saying.
Somebody has got this one.
I mean,
Like the way you're describing this woman, Pariah, I hate her. Right? I want her to. If I saw her and I knew what she did, I would give her a fucking punch in the shoulder. Be like, fix yourself.
That's good. It's good that it elicits that emotional response from you, because that's what we're going for.
Can I follow this story and enjoy it, or would I just be angry the whole time?
You'll enjoy it, and she's very relatable. You're pulling for her. Think about.
Well, can we not use the phrase "bullying" for her after he was talking about masturbation? Please.
The I Spit on Your Grave movies is kind of the thing here. She's getting revenge for something horrible that was done to her. And in this newer I Spit on Your Grave,
I can see getting revenge on the people that had their way with you, right? But revenge on people that were mean to you online?
No, that part was fiction, Dillard. I made that up.
Oh, what's her actual deal? Now I have no idea who she is. I'm completely
She was raped, had her throat slit, and left for dead. That's what she's getting revenge for.
Now I can get behind. See, I was saying this character is a piece of work. Is she a villain? No, she's not a villain. You had me thinking this whole time. I'm not a mind reader, Doc.
I actually explained this, Dillard, but you weren't listening.
That's why I kept saying I can't believe he said that shit with a straight face. I play the freaking trailer for this every week on my show, and I know he's full of shit when he's saying all that.
But there's a scene in the newer I Spit on Your Grave, because there's so many of them. And the one autistic guy, he actually apologizes to her, and he's sincerely repentant. And she says, I believe you, whatever his name was. And she's sincere, but then she snaps and she goes, but not good enough. And she drags him off to his death. And I'm like, oh, that's a little on the nose. So I didn't watch any more of it because I don't want my writing to be influenced by that. But
James Hayes is claiming in the chat that he fears that if our culture continues to decay, the people in that show just might become examples of normality.
And I think, James, that the point that Dillard is making in his roundabout way is that, unfortunately, I think to a huge chunk of society, that is normal now.
Yeah.
And that's what's spooky.
I got in a fight with my best friend, Steve. And it was a bad one. We both got hurt. because we were at this house. It was an empty house. We were basically going to be house sitting, right, for one of my mom's friends. She went to Seattle. You know, we live in California. She was going to, hey, you want to come house sit, right? So it was me, my friend Steve, my sister, and I think one of his cousins or friend or cousin. I don't know. But you know, it was the empty house, and it wasn't even lived in, right? It was one of her extra houses. She had 2 houses. It wasn't being rented at the time. It was just empty.
Right.
And you know, so you kind of feel a little bit freer in one of those houses, right? Like you don't have to do like normal house things. But it was
I'm not even sure what that means. Normal house things.
Well, you know, like you don't worry about like closing doors behind you. You know,
Okay.
it's a big empty house, right?
All right, gotcha.
You're not worried about somebody. Oh, this door's open. You know, somebody left the light on.
Gotcha.
And he was taking a leak in the bathroom with the door open, with my sister in the next room.
Oh,
so I had to go in there and push him into the bathtub, and then we fucking, you know, got at it. Because that's something you just don't do, right? You would in your head, you would have a little more common sense than that. Now,
yes,
he comes from a different culture than me. I'm Mexican, but I'm not paisa. He's Mexican from Mexico, right? And over there, like they do weird shit, like they pee with the bathroom open. They have conversations with their aunts and uncles about like blue balls and shit that you just don't. It's very
like the Alabama of Mexico is what.
Yes, it's very strange and foreign.
Easy, Sinatra, easy. Damn you,
Sinatra. You are brutal as fuck. It's funny.
Diss the whole South in one fell swoop.
But it's really weird, you know, like, and it's something that, like, I just, when it happened, like a switch flipped, right? Like, what the fuck are you doing? My goddamn sister right there, you know? I don't know.
And people were hurt in this altercation.
Yeah.
There were injuries.
Yes. I broke my hand. Yeah. You know, he broke his collarbone.
I think you broke your hand on his collarbone, probably.
Well, my hand was broken. It hurt me.
Michael.
It wasn't even my good hand. It was my left hand. Thank God. Thank goodness for my luck, right? Because I have 2 hands. I'm right-handed. And every time I've broken my hand, it's like 4 times. It has always been my left one.
Michael, the creature
the bone that goes from the pinky to right here, this is the one that cracked on the inside.
Ouch.
Is a golem, and those are inspired by Jewish and Eastern European mythology. He happens to be a golem made from kind of the swamp mud down in the Low Countries. It's called the Low Country of South Carolina, the Barrier Islands down there, the Gula culture. So he wasn't really inspired by Swamp Thing or Man Thing, although I love those characters, and I would love to. Like the Heap is the prototype. He was the first swamp monster in comics, and he's public domain now, so I'm probably gonna do the Heap book.
I always thought they all came from like that D&D monster, the Shambling Mound.
Yeah, D&D came out way after the swamp golems and whatever.
I was just gonna say, at least he's lucky he keeps breaking the hand that he doesn't use. Break my middle finger, break my thumb, break my wrist, all 3 times. It was the fucking hand I used.
Sure.
I have a theory, right? I have a theory on that. I believe it because I'm right-handed. You know, you punch with your right hand, you cook, you cut food with your right hand. That it's stronger than your less dominant hand.
I'm left-handed, and it's from my left hand.
I was playing basketball one time and I fell, went to brace myself with both hands. This one broke. The finger, right?
Yeah.
This one didn't. I think because I use it so much, it's just more resilient.
It might be, and it might be the reason that I don't have as much of that is because being left-handed, most tools are made for right-handed, so I kind of learned to use both depending on what I'm doing.
Ah.
So I use both quite a bit.
In 2017,
sorry, Doc.
In 2017, I was pulling into the bank on my bike, and this woman backed out right in front of me. So it was
I started blasting.
And it was either run into the car or dump the bike. I mean, there was no going to be able to stop. So I dumped, and I broke my elbow here in 2 places and 3 places in my wrist. It was supposed to be a surgical repair, I'm like, no, fuck that. Just put a cast on it. The second it stopped hurting, I cut the cast off because I had commissions. I pay my bills with my art, and I had commissions. I got to pay the bills, and I
You don't
shouldn't
have
have
no
done.
fucking daddy telling you not to do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Actually, my stepdad helped me cut it off because, again, I'm right-handed, and it's the one that was in the cast. So I actually filmed. You can find it over on my fine art YouTube channel of me painting with my left hand to see if I could, and I can. Just it was exhausting, Dillard, to use your offhand to try to do the things you normally do with your dominant hand.
It kind of gives you like a brain fatigue sort of thing. Does it do that?
It was
Actually, that is true
It was
because
headache-inducing. Yes.
Yes.
the same reason why they've actually shown statistically that the kids that are forced to use the wrong hand, that's not natural to them in youth, actually have a higher issue of neurological issues because it fucks with your brain trying to use the wrong part of your body.
Okay.
That's actually been shown in neurological testing.
Now, my purpose in doing that video was that I teach art, and I teach frequently. It's not about what you do with your hands or can do with your hands. It's about what you see. Can you see like an artist, think like an artist? So I decided to put my money where my mouth was and say, all right, well, it's not about my hand, so I'll use my left hand. And the fine motor skills are not as well developed, but the ability to produce a piece of art that was fairly decent, sold with my left hand, happened. So yeah, there's that.
Well, I tried that. It didn't work for me. I had this incident. You know, when the kids are playing in the other room, and then you hear that that hollow thud that bone just hit something.
Yep.
I heard that. Right. I'm sitting there on the table. I'm eating my dinner, and I hear, boom, right. I'm like, fuck, and I get up. But as I get up, right, you go to jet one way, and you put your hands on the seat of your chair to help propel you up, right? My thumb on my drawing hand inverted on itself like that. This thing went down.
Whoops.
And I was like, whoa, sweet Jesus. And then I ran to the other room, and the kid was fine. You know, she fell on her knees, you know, on the tile, but she wasn't hurt. Kids can do that stuff, you know. If I end up like from my height dropping to like one knee on tile, I'm gonna be out for like the next week. I can't walk and shit.
Oh yeah.
She was fine. She didn't get hurt. She didn't even cry.
There's
But I was hurt.
Truth. Absolute truth to the meme that as a kid you can fall off a building and jump up and laugh, and as an adult you sleep wrong and you're fucking dead.
Yeah, dude. When I was a kid, I had this tree in my backyard. I fell down, hit like 4 branches on the way down, popped up, was like, ow. But that was it.
When I was a kid, I got trampled. I had my ribs and back broken. I was still moving around.
Oh,
Wouldn't sit still. I mean,
Well, then that's-
seriously.
If you got your ribs and back broken, that disproves the theory.
No, I mean, the point is, even with that, I was still moving. I was still doing shit. And that, I mean, as kids, you don't think, ow, I'm in agony constantly. You think, I got shit to do.
Is this showing?
You know?
Showing.
Okay. Painting left-handed. Sped up. Keep talking. Just
Well, I mean,
on the background.
but yeah, it's like kids are made out of, because you know your ligaments aren't hardened up yet. You're still, you know, you got,
Made out of
some
rubber.
You got some rubberiness in you.
Yeah, kids are
I'll
rubber.
bounce back. Just fucking get out of my way, right?
But yeah, that took me out, dude. So like, I try to sit down and draw, and I draw with my right hand. I draw with my little stylus with my right hand, and I had one of those braces you get at the Walgreens. Right? You just put it on your thumb.
Yeah,
immobile.
That's literally
And
what I'm
so I was
wearing
like,
in
I
this
was trying to
video.
do it, and it worked. It worked because I had my hand immobile, so I was basically drawing like I was holding a cigarette, right, just like this. And I could do that, but I tried with my left hand to get some work done. Fucking impossible. Draw like a goddamn retard.
Honing the fine motor skills with your offhand, it would take work, but you could do it. Like if you lost your dominant hand in an accident, but you're an artist, you would be able to eventually get back to where you were.
I think about, I have literally met people who do things
Literally
like paint with
met people?
who do things. Let me
Literally.
finish the fucking sentence a sec. who do things like paint with their feet because their arms got amputated or shit. You know, I'm not actually kidding. Doing art shows, I've actually met the kind of people who do that stuff, and it is a testament to the human condition, how well we can overcome adversity. It really is.
Doc, I got umbrage with what you're doing here.
Okay.
You're doing most of the feathering and the blending with your right hand.
This is a tonalist painting, so with whatever hand you're not painting, you mop up to create the levels of tones. So the right hand is doing what the left hand would do.
Paint thinner?
Just water. It's acrylic. But because I'm painting, this is on Masonite, and Masonite dries really fast, so you got to keep it. Now, it was a struggle. I ain't even gonna lie. I could see the composition in my head, but it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. That's why the spray back, like, damn it, man, I needed to do this out of the other thing. But it was an experiment. Can I produce a piece of art with my offhand?
So here's my problem, Doc. I can't see colors good.
Okay.
And I can't register them in my brain good neither.
Okay.
How do I do a digital painting, essentially a painting, when I can't see the finished product in my head? I can't see how the light would interact with skin tones, and I can't see how the light would interact with different colors in my head.
So the pre-visualization is the problem.
You can use hex numbers, key numbers of colors that maybe you might think that look good, and maybe they might when you make it.
Well, yeah, if you can see contrast, just cognitively know what colors you're using instead of emotively or instinctively using them. Like, I know that red is an advancing color, so I'll use red here, or blue is a receding color.
What does that mean? Red is an advancing color. What does that mean?
In color theory, red comes toward you quicker than blue because of the way light works. So you would say, if I'm creating contrast, maybe my foreground character will be tinted with reds and my background will be blue washes, that kind of thing.
You're just talking about like atmospheric perspective?
Yeah, atmospheric perspective, yes.
It doesn't work though. Like, I sit there, I've tried it multiple times, and I try with, in order to try to emulate painting with a bigger brush, right? You use bigger tool brushes when you're doing it.
Right.
And everything ends up being the wrong color. It doesn't look.
So, like, what I'm saying is that
well, I mean, that's what colors are for. Either you do it enough to where you get it, just like, nobody starts off drawing like George Perez on day one. Nobody paints like Da Vinci on day one. Eventually it'll come, or if it doesn't, hire a colorist.
Yeah, I guess good thing for the hot colorist. Just getting new
Yeah.
He's got a job.
But I believe you could overcome that. It would just take a lot of work. You got to be willing to invest the work. Just like I tell everybody, if you're an art student, anybody can be a painter, anybody can draw, anybody can play music. You just got to be willing to shed the tears.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I wrong?
I'm gonna have to cry over it. You could just kind of get over the fact and just mosey on along or something,
Nah, fuck all that bullshit.
Fuck all that bullshit.
No, for real. No, I mean, like, honestly, I don't want to sound like a dick.
Skip ahead.
What happened to the
But then you're
painting?
gonna speak.
Skipping ahead a little bit.
Oh, thank you. But I think you're painting a tree or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It appears to be a tree.
So, how can I put this? How can I put this to make it make sense? Okay, so I get that to do something well, you need to practice.
Right.
I know that. And to do a specific thing, you need to practice doing that specific thing. What I'm saying is, like, what would be given the problem that I stated to you, what would be step one in getting better?
I think assign your color palettes and get someone who doesn't have that problem, by the way, to help you with that. Just assign your color palettes almost like you learn anything by memory. You know, if you're going to learn the Gettysburg Address, let's break it down into these pieces. So get someone to say, all right, if you want a more vibrant color, these are your vibrant colors. So they would number those for you. And then the same thing with the cool colors, you know, get them to number them for you or call them cool 1, cool 2, whatever. And keep a color wheel in front of you all the time and use it to compare. Like let me ask you, if you're looking at the color wheel, do you see the colors in the color wheel?
Is that a trick question?
No.
I guess, yes, I see the colors in the color wheel.
Okay. Then that should do it for you. You just got to label the colors into something that you can identify with instead of, you know, RBG, what is it, Roy G. Biv? Just label them a way that makes sense to you and use them accordingly. I don't know if that's of any help to you or not. That's my best analysis.
It sounded like it was gonna be, but then it didn't.
Like if you if you came to my studio, I could probably help you with that. Is what I'm saying.
Like I got Xevious. He's gonna kind of, because I like the way he digitally paints. He's gonna kind of coach me through some digital painting.
I love Xevious' stuff, man. That dude's badass.
Yeah.
But I don't want to show it with my dick in my hand, right?
Right.
I want to practice before, so I don't start off wasting somebody's time, to be perfectly honest, wasting somebody's valuable time. If somebody knows how to digitally paint and they're not very good, I can learn from them. I don't feel bad about wasting their time. This guy's very good. I want to not waste his time, you know?
Well, I don't think you would in the first place.
I want to have the maybe at least, like, if there is such a thing, like have the basics down, right?
Yeah. I would just say, you know, and again, I can only base this on as I understand the issue. I would label the colors into something you can identify with.
I was let me explain. James just said it's actually a good idea. Break the colors into certain types of palettes and stuff you need, then sort them by that, and then work from there. Actually does help. So have skin tone sets, tree color sets, and stuff like that to help you learn.
Yeah, and label them the way you understand them to be.
Like, for instance, here's the problem that I would, if I were to explain it as best as I can. Let's say, for instance, right, this let me share it, okay?
All right.
Oh no, you're sharing something right now. Never mind.
No worries.
You've already seen it. The Pariah mashup, digital painting, right? You saw it. Right now, I just have the background. It's just green.
Right.
And I'm gonna put some. It's basically gonna be like a tealish moon light. There's not gonna be no moon in it, but it's just gonna be like moonlit, right? Nighttime, will o' the wisp type magical background, right?
Yeah.
So if that's my my atmosphere that I'm working with, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I do the character, the soldier guidance, Lightbringer. When I do Lightbringer, I'm gonna do him with like skin tones, right? And then I'm gonna do the monster guy, and then I'm gonna do the girl. But what's gonna end up happening is they're all gonna look like they're three separate pictures. They're not gonna look like they're sitting in the same world, in the same. That's my constant problem that I keep running into when I do digital painting.
Applying the atmospheric light to all of them.
Right, and I don't mean like, oh, let me just do them as normal and then put like a couple of washes or something stupid like that, right? Like, how can I actually paint like a Kincaid, right? That just where the
Kincaid.
Nah, fuck you.
Fucking Kincaid.
I want this whole thing to be like a Frazetta piece, right? I want the light and the entire
unified,
look like one unified solid piece.
Yeah.
A lot of that comes to working on the shading colors from the beginning. So if you're doing like a night scene with a lot of dark blues and blacks and
that's
stuff,
the problem, right?
then you're going
I
to
want to
add
do it from the beginning.
Yeah, you're going to add a slight amount of some of the darker blacks and blues to the undercoat of the skin color, so it'll slightly come through. So it'll look like the dark lighting is on them. And then you do the skin colors on top. I've done it before, actually. It's not as hard as it seems, but if you don't know the technique, it is weird and disorienting.
And that's a little bit specific to digital painting, which I can't speak to.
Yeah, that one's unfortunately I can only give the basic technique. I very much by hand. So, but what I'm saying is that's stuff you adapt.
I can make the adjustment to digital.
Yeah.
I painted before.
Yeah,
I do digital, so I
so
I can emulate a brush.
When you're doing atmospheric, you try to add a little bit of that color to the undershades of whatever else you're doing in the picture.
Like if you remember, Doc, the picture, the Frazetta picture, not the famous Death Dealer one where he's on the horse, but the other one where he's like this with an axe.
Yeah.
Right? And he's coming down on some goblins or whatever. Like everything is black, almost jet black, right? And there's big swaths of like some muddy-ish, skin tone-ish things. But then when you get to where the light's hitting the two arms like this, right? They're fucking emblazoned with color. And the skin's almost like translucent. You know what I mean? It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, even though it's so different, it still looks like it's 100% a part of this world in this painting. It's the scene. It's the scene that he's showing.
Because he's using a color scheme, and this is color theory. All right. He's using what's called, in that one in particular, he's using a split complementary color scheme. So it's whatever the primary color is. And it, we already know it's desaturated, so it's not vivid color. It's skin tones, browns, whatever. But then the underpainting below it is you take the complement. So if we're talking about reddish tones that are desaturated to be skin tones, the complementary color is green, and then the two split off from that. So you would take some cool colors and you do your underpainting in greens and blues and violets, and then lay over them with that same skin tone, and that ties it all together. It's your underpainting. Basically, if you go look at the Chiaroscuro tutorial that Tom Keating does on Rembrandt, you'll see it. And that's a great tutorial. Tom Keating, I'll put it in private chat, or I'll put it in chat.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to explain. You got to have the tones come all the way through the picture, so it doesn't just look like it was slapped on top. So it's got to be built into the undertones of whatever you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, the shadows on his forearms are red. On his face, they're red. Going down the right side of his body is red. So that's a warm color. And then what do you see for the shading? Cool colors. So he's pulling in across the palette from that red, but he's not going directly to green. That's a split complementary. So go to the complementary color on the color wheel, and then go to the left and right of it. And those are your accent colors. And he's using, by the way, I don't know if you guys knew this, he used Play-Doh tempera paints to do these.
Yeah. I had the weirdest.
It's fucking amazing.
I like try to remember half of the color theory stuff and how to express it to someone else, because I learned this stuff from my grandpa when I was little. He was the weirdest guy. He was the most military redneck.
Before we move on, it's called split complementary what?
Split complementary color scheme. I'm going to show it to you right now.
No, I know what it is, but I'm writing it down so I'm pretty familiar with what it is. I just forgot what it was called. I'm gonna go watch some videos on it. Not now, later.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna show it to the chat what it is. Like, this is perfect right here.
Because they always show you that in art class. The picture of that field with the hay bales or the haystacks.
Monet's haystacks. Yeah.
About that stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Goes in one ear and out the other when you don't give a,
Exactly. Let's see. Poof. So split complementary color scheme. If yellow is the primary color you're working in, violet is its complement, but you would go off to the sides to get your colors instead of straight across. So like if red, we'll pretend this is red, you wouldn't go to green, you would go to kind of this blue or this green here for the shading. And I would say, this is a better one right here. I would say that keeping your color wheel up and just, saying, all right, cognitively, if this is the primary color I'm working in, then I'll mix colors that are here. And you can use the complement and go through that whole swath.
Right. So if my color scheme or my main color is green, I'm going to be using the oranges and the violets.
Orange and violet, and you can use the red, and it would all work. All of it will work.
There is a
It's
website.
all fish.
It's all fish. Fish. What?
No, I say when it's all good, right? That Family Guy where he's talking to the fish salesman. He says, "Hey,
Oh, it's
your
all fish."
He's like, "Any fish fresh?" Like, yeah, it's all fish.
What are you saying, Finn?
I could put this website in the back room, and you could share that, and then you could show him exactly what you mean.
Okay.
And it gives you all this. Oh, it's freaking cool.
But I would strongly encourage you. Yeah, go check out Tom Keating on Painters. He was a famous forger that got caught, and then he was so sick that that they didn't prosecute him. They thought he was going to die, but he didn't. He recovered. And so he was never prosecuted. So he started doing a BBC thing on Tom Keating on Painters, and he shows how Turner paints, Monet, Renoir, Rembrandt, Titian, all that stuff. You want me to show this, Dillard? I mean, not Dillard, Finatra.
Yeah, please do, because
Whip it out.
I could. It's in the back room, Dillard. If you want to check it out yourself.
I already looked at it. It's color wheel, right?
It's color wheel, and you can pick the.
I have it up here. I'm
digital
looking at it.
version.
And
Show
you
the
could,
chat real quick. There it is.
I lost mine. Where'd it go? Did I close it?
Yeah, there it is, digital. So and you've got a color wheel. I've seen it right there on Clip Studio. So.
And you got the see on the top left or the under the Palatine logo, right above the wheel. There's the 5 choices right there. You could choose.
Oh yeah. You can choose split complementary,
Okay.
cross complementary, direct complementary. I see.
And it
it.
give you all the with the so if you click and then you spin that wheel around, it'll give you the colors over here and the color palette to your right. And then if you hit the bottom,
This is good.
and then if you hit the bottom right of that box where the colors are, like hit that real quick. It says table
Present.
export. No, table export. Oh,
Okay,
it's right. Now hit that. There you go.
Look at that.
All right. And then you got
There
the you got your tries, and that's how I kind of
Perfect,
you can-
Finn.
Then you could
That
type those
should
text
actually help
values.
him with the digital work.
All right,
that
Doc.
really gives you
Fuck
everything.
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
putting the challenge out right now. My first digital painting. This is going to be the Doc Blaylock Pariah Blood and Mud mashup painting. My first digital painting is going to be better than anything you've ever seen.
My name's Frank Zappa.
Okay. All right. I want to see it. But you can do it. And that Finatra, thank you for that, man, for digital painting. That was
That's
fucking
crazy
out of
because
I'm going to use that at the art school, dude.
I was looking for a color palette, whatever, and I was like looking for this thing, and because I haven't looked for it in like 5 years, and when I did, I'm like, I'm going to make sure I bookmark this thing. This is the way to go. That's the one that works, man. Or for the most part.
Are you Frank Finatra?
Frank Finatra. Stank Finatra.
Stank Finatra is what it is.
That's where the stank stream comes from, or like that. Yeah. Stank Finatra. It's a GTA thing. Never mind. Go.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So let me ask one more time to make sure I understood that, Dillard. You're saying it's pre-visual. You see color fine. You're not colorblind.
No, I see color
It's
fine. I just can't. I can't
pre-visualizing.
see the end product.
I got you.
What tone? What hue?
Oh, me
any of
either.
that.
Holy shit.
I got you.
Dillard, you colored this mantis, and I love that mantis you drew for me on my avatar. Dillard did that for me.
Yeah,
He
but
did it
that's
very quick.
that's basic. Very basic colors.
And I wish I could draw it. I wish I could color like that shit. Or just
I'm not saying I'm a fucking slouch, Finatra. I'm fucking
Oh,
very good
okay.
at what I do.
All right. You're making yourself seem like you're colorblind or something.
We listen. No artist is ever gonna. Yeah, I completely suck. I had somebody say that to me one time early on.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you should probably give up then.
They're like, no, they're like, well, damn, man, you're kind of cocky, aren't you? I said, you know, you got to be a little bit confident if you're going to put a book out there and say, buy my book. You can't say, oh, I'm a shitty artist here, back my book.
I can't wait till I make my book by hand. Oh, by myself.
Man, I can't handle all these like hand-wringing people talking about like I'm still learning and shit. Shut up, fool.
Yeah, we're all still learning. Get over it. It's always a process. Or in my case, it's been a lot of relearning. Like I made it to page, I don't know, but when it was all going to be one book, I think it was on like page 40, man. And it was like, I started clicking on stuff I used to know when I did these books in the 90s. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. And then it just, you level up. So then you go back and you redraw the shitty panels and hope to do better. I just got to get better at inking. That's my thing.
You couldn't pay me to ink, swear to God. Even digital.
No, right. Exactly. I think that I would like to, after Pariah, I would like to do a book that, because reproduction technology is so good now, why not just leave the pencils? Just draw in pencil and shade the shit out of it with your pencils.
You know who does that? Oh, let me find him. You're going to love this shit. Hold on a second.
Exactly, Michael. That's not really a strong selling point, is it? I'm a shitty artist here, buy my art.
You're gonna have, you know, I mean, is there a calculate, or am I gonna have fun with it, or is it just everything is shit about it, or is it like,
yeah, the writing is shit, the art is shit. Back my book.
Well, that sucks. Yeah.
Good enough, Carol. Shut up, Carol.
Damn.
You ever heard of an artist, a comic artist named Riccardo Federici?
I've heard the name. Yeah.
Okay, let me go pull up some examples. Let me go to the actual comic I'm talking about real quick.
Yeah, I started unlocking my brush also. It was actually Vic and somebody else encouraged me to get out there. You know, they were hammering it home. You know, you're an artist, you paint paintings. Why not grab a brush and do your inking? So I started doing that, and I was like, okay, yeah, I get this.
Let me tell you something, Doc.
Sir.
I'm going to tell you something.
Tell me.
You need to just fucking fuck all this bullshit doing sequential artwork and just start doing covers and pinups, man.
I will certainly be open to commissions when I am finished with Pariah. That's for sure. I enjoy pinups. I like covers.
So this guy here,
I don't want to be that guy though, Dillard. I don't want to be that guy that's just I only do covers. I don't want to be that guy. I like telling stories. Share your screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing it right now. Give me a sec. There we go. And shared.
Bam.
This guy, Riccardo Federici, he does this one. This is Batman the Murder Machine.
Ooh.
And this is all penciled with colors over it, right?
Okay.
And there's one particular.
Check that out.
Look at this scene. Look at the cape on this motherfucker right here.
No shit.
That is fucking badass.
This guy is a monster. I love his work.
That is fantastic. And see, that's kind of like what I would go for. Now, if you look, he's still using inking techniques with his
but it's just super, super tight inking technique style pencils, you know?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I like the hell out of that. I never thought of color on top of pencil. That's yet another layer to this, isn't it? Look at that.
That's badass right there. Who colored that? You did?
I don't know who colored it.
That's one of the great things about art as well. Yes, there's all the tried and true techniques. We're always coming up with new techniques and new ways to do shit. That's the great part about it.
Well, yeah, but this would be the old becomes the new. You know?
Yeah.
Inkers existed because technology at that time couldn't reproduce pencil. So you got your shit inked so it would show up. Now technology's reached a point where every little pencil mark will show up. So why not just draw in pencil? Right?
Yeah, see, and that's how I am with most of it. I do most everything in pencil, do a little partial inking, and then I just highlight with pencil and pen over everything once I do the colors.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's kind of a combination of the techniques.
That's badass stuff right there, man. No joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. It's a lot to think about. All right, I need to go get some more coffee. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, bye.
My food's almost gonna be done in a while. I'm gonna when that's done, I'm taking off. That's gonna be a little while. Got the rice cooking. Got the rice in the pots. That Goya rice in the box, Dillard.
Actually, I think we're gonna wrap this thing up. We're gonna
That
wrap
was
it
my
up.
favorite scene from The Simpsons. Where Sideshow Bob comes out of prison and he demands that they turn off all television everywhere, or else he's gonna blow up the town. And they're doing a bunch of like all the channels are doing a bunch of goodbyes, and then when the Mexican channel comes on, they're like the Bumblebee Man's out there. They're saying "Mucho gracias por all our viewers." This is and muchos gracias y Goya.
And of course, Krusty had the moment of, "I'll just create a bootleg channel because I'll be the only thing on TV."
Yeah,
of course.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Yucky came out. Thank you, Dillard, Rose, Finn. Thank you guys. Chat, you guys rock as well. Have a great day wherever you're at. Peace out.
Bye.
And we hit the end button in the